there.
That wasn't your throat.
Wow.
It's connected, I guess.
Yeah, gargle with sugar, caffeine. That'll work.
Yep, that'll do it. That'll do the trick.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
You all right?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, you ready? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. How are you doing? You good?
Short shrivel to the left, but other than
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
can't complain.
Okay. Yes.
This guy.
Porsche, you get over there?
I'm getting y'all set for live right now.
Woo.
Yep.
Hey, I see y'all.
Yay, we're online.
That's good because
Who'd
we're
have thunk
live. Yeah, you should be seeing us.
Oh,
All right.
you're on the screen.
Ah, yes.
Not right there.
Yeah.
The screen. The screen.
We're here.
I don't believe you. I'm saying you're not going
Yep. So,
Whenever you're ready.
I guess.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
Click
that
the
would help
thing.
too, right?
That'll probably work.
One of these days, one of these weeks, we're
One
going
of
to get
these-
everything where it all
Yeah.
starts all at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah, we need to sync everything up to one button. Just go.
I'm sure if we're professionals, we could do that.
Well, we're not
Yeah,
professionals.
we have like a mixer or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
More mics. Or,
super confused.
You see where he's going with this,
Um,
Abel?
Yeah, he's spending money he doesn't have. That's where that's going.
Or one of the three of us already has everything he just said.
Oh, see.
It is not him. It's not me.
Well, it's only barely me.
Unless that's why you brought Porsche over. She has all the goods.
Well,
Well, she has plenty of other goods, but I'm sure that's not what you were referencing.
like,
And you looked directly at her. You got that on tape. You know
I
that,
looked
right?
at the camera. She
No.
happens to be directly behind the camera.
And who put her there?
Well, one of them.
You?
Me. I didn't know.
Yeah.
It was him.
No, it was you. Hey.
I'm glad to be back.
All right, you. And on that note,
All right, let's do this. Live from La Cocina Studios is the 188th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Travis.
all this is Chris.
And thank you so much for tuning in today to all of Chris.
We apologize in advance.
It gets worse, trust me.
Yes, we very much appreciate you tuning in and watching or listening to our humble little show. We have a lot of stuff to cover. We got WWE, you know, they had a pay-per-views.
Special event.
Yes, a special event. So that's
Very special.
Yeah, and we got a lot of news to get to and all that. So, guys, if you're watching along on the YouTubes, please feel free to chat along with us. Portia is back from Disney World, and
The Gator got the wrong person.
yeah, she didn't get got. She's
Porsche
fine.
is the pulse of Houston Wrestling Radio.
Yes. So
That
if
one
you
found
type away stuff,
Oh.
what? If boo. If you type away stuff, she'll read it and let us know what's going on over there. So say hi, Portia.
Hi, Portia.
Ta-da. Okay, now Chris is manning up the what you call it over here with the notes.
Let's get right to it.
Yes.
Bang. Money in the Bank.
Money in the bank.
Pay-per-view Sunday.
Right up there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Let's get right to the very top.
Okay.
The Money in the Bank
oh,
ladder match.
you mean the good stuff?
Yeah.
the
The
good-
ladder match.
No, you mean literally to the top.
Yeah, to the top. The ladder match.
Aye.
We had 7 people. No, we had 6
6.
people. Yes. The referee counts as 7. One of these is not like the other. First impression of the ladder match.
I liked it. It was fun. And it was everything that I expected Money in the Bank ladder match to be. There were some remarkable spots. I think the first one would be Cesaro jumping off the ladder, bouncing off the ropes to do the
Psycho Crusher.
Yeah, the Psycho Crusher uppercut thing, whatever you call it. That was really cool. And then, of course, the boom. What was it? Was it a Blue Thunder Bomb that Sami Zayn did to Owens right on top of the ladder? That was like laying. Oh,
it was a Michinoku driver
Was it
that was
Michinoku?
laid, that was
That's what it
landing,
was.
standing up sideways.
yeah,
and just-
yeah. Oh,
Is that the one where he looked like Owens like broken in half? Just
That was like a fat human arrow bow.
yeah,
Just bent.
yeah. It looked.
Is that from the meme you showed me?
Yeah, of Homer over the fire hydrant. It was the same
It's a good
thing.
comparison.
Yeah.
The Simpsons episode where he becomes his own chiropractor with the trash can. That was Owens laying back.
Yes.
You remember that one? One of the new ones.
Man.
Your first impression of the ladder match?
It was good. It was better than the last outings. It didn't seem like it all seemed like they actually had a purpose and they were trying to follow that purpose.
Mhm.
It was competitive and not an art.
Yeah. There you go. Well, I'll get into that later. No, it was good. There was some good spots in there, but they weren't like overabundance, and it didn't seem like anything was like too crazy of a spot. Like when you see this like quote unquote car crashes, you know, in the rings.
Right.
I'm trying to think of
Although there was at one point where there was a ladder in the middle, and then they had the two other ladders connecting to it, and it seemed like there was no psychology behind it other than
it looked like you were playing Smash Brothers. Everyone's just there fighting.
Yeah. Well, getting on top of there, yeah, you're right. But I mean, just building the fucking structure, like it made no sense for them to get to that point. Like ADR had one of them, and he was like, dude, you could just climb the ladder and make an attempt at the briefcase, but it said, no, you're going to go and put this ladder here and connect it there. And like, why? You're not trying to win the match doing that.
Did it even itself out that the faces were fighting the faces and the heels were fighting the heels on the opposite sides of the little erector set?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, once you got to that point, yeah, it was cool. Once they were actually fighting each other.
Let's get to that one spot. I think it had some ramifications possibly. Where they had that all set up, and then they brought another ladder next to it, and it was ADR and
Zane, I think?
No, Cesaro. They were up there, and they got pushed off.
Mhm.
Cesaro did the little crotch chop on himself on the rope, and used. But the real thing, if you saw in the replay, and Michael Cole is the one that pointed out, was the ADR. He when he fell, he landed on the top rope, and then
with both feet,
and then lost his balance, whatever, and then fell backwards.
Yeah,
and supposedly he's
backwards out of the ring.
No, in the ring.
In the ring.
In the ring, and then he rolled out of the ring.
But supposedly he may have
ugly.
twisted his ankle or had some kind of injury to his ankle or something.
Yeah.
So that's why he was at Raw last night, but he didn't. They didn't want him to do anything.
Yeah. It looked ugly.
And I missed it. I missed it the first time around.
I did too.
I saw it, and I was like, "Ooh, he wasn't supposed to do that."
Yeah.
It wasn't pretty, but hey, it's Money in the Bank. Almost every year, someone hurts something in the Money in the Bank match.
One thing, since we just talked about ADR, I've been reading a lot of praise for All Night for ADR for his. We'll talk about this in a second, I'm sure. But the backstage promo before the match started.
Oh my god!
But his actions through there, his part of that segment, and then his all his spots that he was doing in the match. It was more aggressive. It looked more like on par. It looked like what we used to see him from doing on the indie stuff.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
That looked like Patron in the ring that night.
It did. Actually, no, it did. And
Yeah.
it was you could kind of hear the audience kind of getting behind him a little bit, or at least I did.
Yeah.
There's one.
Not a lot of Mexicans in Vegas.
This is true. There was that one spot I don't like where he does where he puts him in the tree woe and he does a foot stomp.
Yeah.
But they have to wait for. You said something we were talking about it.
The execution, the finished product of him actually doing the foot stop with the dude on the ladder.
Yes.
As not so much as the dude holding himself up with both hands to make it look super obvious that he's waiting. I know the setup for that. Anytime you're going to have a ladder match or a car wreck match, there's going to be that moment where you have to understand that it takes time to set up shit.
I understand that, but my gripe with that one is as cool as the finished product was on that.
Took too long.
Took too long, and it wasn't just a setup. It was Del Rio's, as good as I just praised him. He got on the outside. He took his time setting it all up, and then Cesaro's is over there trying to waving his arms and shit. And then I'm sure you can hear that on the thing too. Yeah. But then Del Rio, he goes on the outside and he puts his foot on the top rope and he does a little whistle on the handspin. Come on, dude,
kill him already.
Yeah, that's focus, man.
All right, take that off the table. Did you like the part where he had somebody pinned in between the buckle and the ladder and was just kicking the shit out of the ladder?
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah.
Did the right man win?
Yes.
Defend yourself.
I know that I had predicted that I would like for Kevin Owens to be the winner and to carry around the briefcase for a while and
in his stomach,
just be, you know, an asshole about it. You know, like I would like for that to happen, but I'm equally as happy that Dean won it. Here's the problem. I do actually have a gripe about it. They did a little bit too much foreshadowing as to what was actually going to happen.
We called that last week.
Yeah. They did it on Raw where Dean like straight up said
everybody called it last week.
Yeah, well, because I mean, it wasn't even like a prediction call. It was so obvious, you know.
Well, they said it on Raw.
Yeah, Dean said it on Raw. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cash.
You'll be ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna cash it in.
I'm gonna lube it up real nice for you.
Yeah,
nice and deep dive.
And then like at the beginning of the show, they also did a vignette where it was replaying the same thing, you know, and
the music video that you fast forwarded through.
Yeah, and they just kept, I don't know, they just kept referencing it, and it just kept getting more and more obvious that that's exactly what's gonna happen. That's what they're gonna do, and I like this. For me, it's about like an 8. But if they had not done the segment on Raw, you know, the week before, if they did not like allude to it so many times and do so much foreshadowing, I would have been at a 10 on this. I would have been like, this is freaking awesome. Dean finally got, you know, a win that mattered, which is the Money in the Bank. And then he goes on later that night and then cashes in and finally gets the title. No shenanigans, no, restart the match or anything stupid with the last couple of times Dean won.
We'll get to that. There is a lot of foreshadowing in the match itself, because I've noticed in the last couple of Money in the Bank matches, if you don't have, there's several big spot matches where once a guy goes through that spot, he's like dead underground, 6 feet. When I've noticed like maybe 10 or 12 minutes in the match, Ambrose wasn't getting that spot. And I was like, okay, this is starting to become a little more telling as the match went on, that if this guy's not going to go through anything like hardcore, he's not going to be the one to lose. And everybody else, for the most part, had their big spot or had their big like death, and Jon Snow wound up getting the briefcase. So, yeah, I can kind of see more so in the match than in the promo that it kind of was obvious. Sometimes the obvious is easy. Depends how fast you go with it.
Sometimes the obvious is right.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. But yeah,
and as far as cashing it in, I think that makes most sense because of the draft. Now there's no Money in the Bank.
I love the fact that it's out of play.
Exactly. Yeah, that would have been a headache to have to deal with, or annoying, whichever.
Yeah.
So then we got the Money in the Bank match covered. The next match.
Oh wait. Did we want to say anything else about the promo before the thing?
Go for it.
Go. Dude.
I said, well, like 2 matches in, and I said I think so far that backstage segment has been the best thing on the show.
You're about to say something in Spanish because that's what you always do. You call me perro. I know you're gonna say something stupid. Just go.
Everything on there was so like, what's the word I'm looking for? Meta.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens and going back and forth with ADR and Jericho just being Jericho.
At the end of that promo, I understand. I took it all in. I like this dude, dickbag Jericho. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm in. I'm a believer.
He has received the gift of Jericho.
I'm gonna knock door to door. Hey, do you have a moment to talk about the gift of Jericho?
Oh yes, come on in.
Would you like some water? Then we get Rollins versus Roman.
Right.
Your first impression of the match after it finished. After that match finished, Roman versus Rollins.
After the match itself, I was pleasantly surprised that Rollins won.
Clean.
Yeah, that's what surprised me. The match itself, for all intents and purposes, that we like to dog on the big dog.
The dog.
He's not a dog. Okay. Anyway, he actually, it takes 2 to tango, and that was a damn good match.
It was. I agree. That
all
was
the shit we give him, for the most part, Royal Rumble match aside, this year he's been pretty consistent, tolerable, good, match wise.
Yeah.
From bell to bell, he's been. This is the best I've seen of Roman.
Yeah.
Did you like the chemistry between?
Oh, it never left. Like it felt like this was like they literally were comparing this as WrestleMania. Obviously, I got the reference now. It's Vegas, big fight feel. You get Mayweather, Pacquiao, you get Lesnar, Carwin, and you get matches like AJ and Cena, and then you get this match. So I kind of understand why they were pushing for that. This is like a WrestleMania in June. kind of vibe. And it felt like this literally was after I just got back from Orlando from the Rumble. Like this is what we were supposed to have gotten, and they never lost a step. It was awesome.
Yeah,
the match we counted for me. My only nit to pick, if they were gonna pull over Rollins clean, they should have ended the match when he countered the spear with the pedigree. That would have been a great finish. That would have been a perfect finish. Nobody would have seen it coming, and it would have been like, whoa. That's what it took to beat Roman, you know, because Roman wasn't expecting it either. So for that to have kept going, it kind of took it out of me a little bit.
That's a good point, because that was a beautiful spot. Because it not only was it looked really good, it was one of those things where none of us saw it coming. I've never seen that counter before. I didn't see that.
To me, it looked ugly, but it looked like ugly. Like that's the ugly it takes to beat a fuck like Roman.
Yeah,
you know, and I'm glad, and I wish they would have just capitalized on that spontaneity and just like ended it there.
Called an audible and just
especially since they went 20 minutes overrun because of the finals. It would have sucked for the whole like last 5 minutes of this pay-per-view to have not been seen by all the WWE universe because they're too busy watching the last 2 minutes of Golden State versus Cleveland, which damn near had me in tears. You know, it was that's a final to remember. So they had to push this, and it was already over by then, long over. They could have at least cut like 2 minutes and just like ended it right there on that awesome spot.
Yeah,
you know, but for the most part, everything else, dude, it's up there for my match of the week.
Actually,
not my pick, but it's up there.
That's funny. You mentioned the time frame. As long as I can remember, the time for pay-per-views, because it was on satellite and cables and all this other stuff, it had to end 15 minutes before 10 o'clock. So around 9:45, our time, Central Time, you knew. Okay, what's about to happen? Yeah. How's it going to end? Because we're on a time frame here.
Even to an extent, if you had like in the WCW documentary, if you had an agreement with the cable comes, you'd go over a little bit, like up to the 10 o'clock, literally up to the 10 o'clock.
Right.
But
it was rare that it happened.
Yeah.
And so go ahead.
The WrestleMania was the first time when I was watching it with friends, we're like, man, what's going on here? But I think Triple H had come out and said, I think this past week, that going forward,
there's no restraint.
We have no time. I mean, it's their own network.
They let Sky Sports know overseas to expect more overruns.
Yeah.
Starting with this,
I love that because it takes away that it's 9:45.
Somebody should be dead by now.
Yeah. Why is it's 9 o'clock and you're just in your. You're just now getting.
It's 10 o'clock. What the fuck are we getting Titus and Rusev for?
Exactly. Yeah. So, but I like it. It changes up. I don't think we necessarily need that all the time, but
it takes away an element of predictability.
There you go.
Because
that's what I was trying to say.
If this was just a regular Money in the Bank, then the time frame that we were seeing after Seth won,
if it was 9:40, something's up.
Yeah, you could have been like, oh yeah, something's gonna happen. But if it was like 10 and Seth won, it's like, well, I guess we aren't going to get any cash in, but here, like, you don't know if they're going to go over or not or what, so it takes away one of your clues to see whether or not you're going to be able to predict shit.
What did you think, first impression after the Rollins Reigns match was over?
I was surprised. I was happy, and then I was like, hold on a minute, players. Wait, hold on. Like, I really pumped the brakes because I was excited, and I was like, no, because I had already had.
So you already had predetermined.
Yeah, I already had too much foreshadowing.
I was thinking the same thing. It's like, okay, it's something he's going to cash in.
Yeah,
I remember messaging this to you guys. That's the other complaint that I have about the main event match, because they did make it kind of obvious after Ambrose had won the briefcase. Like, man, something stupid's about to happen, and the fact that they had that gap. So like, okay, it's 9:30, it's 9:40. They're going to bump Titus and Rusev for some reason, and we're just going to get right to main event. So the match happened, and I was like, all right, it would be awesome? Roman comes out, Rollins comes out, and as soon as the match is about to start, bang, Ambrose's music hits. He doesn't cash in. He just walks around, sits at the commentary, just sit there. Already fucking with both of the guys' heads. That neither one of them can focus on the match itself because Ambrose is right fucking there.
That'd be great.
And especially with the foreshadowing, Monday Ambrose laid them both out.
Yeah.
So that would have been another twist apart from, oh shit, it's 10:30. What the hell am I still doing here? To have that in your head where, is he gonna do it? Is he not gonna do it? What the hell's going on here? Because you mentioned it earlier, you like the fact that bada boom, they cashed it in and everything. I can understand for Ambrose's character, but I'm already getting fed up, especially with other organizations taking the Money in the Bank concept and implementing it on their brands, of people coming in from behind or coming in at the last minute. I want to see another Rob Van Dam to say, like, all right, bitch, you got a month. I'm going to fuck you up at this date.
Yeah.
Be ready.
Yeah.
You know?
That
And
needs to
it
happen
went
more.
to the point where all the faces started surprising people instead of doing the facing thing, which is, hey, I know I'm better than you, so I'm going to cash it in and I'm going to give you time. Cena was the only one that
Cena and RVD.
Cena gave the dude a week.
Yeah.
Well, CM Punk, he gave him a week.
Yeah.
RVD gave him a month because it was Extreme Rules. It was his backyard. He knew that was his best chance to do it. Everybody's just like, pre-jack all the way. It's like it gets old, dude. It gets really old. The only surprise that I got was the fact that Ambrose came from behind instead of Rollins just standing there. It's like, okay, this is the part where Ambrose walks in and drags the ref and all this, like every other person does.
My only nitpick on that, just to piggyback off that, was I don't like it when they just cash in, hit him with something, and then pin him 1, 2, 3. If you're gonna do like a last minute thing where you don't have the build up where it says, hey, I'm gonna challenge you with this for the title, I at least want 5 minutes. Just something. The
Hardy kicked out of a GTS before Punk beat him.
Something, something. It's just, it takes the you say big fight feel, and then you hit him with a briefcase and or a belt or something in 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's, okay.
But he had already had a grueling match with Roman Reigns.
Ambrose had just had his ass beaten with ladders.
Yeah, that's true.
That washes out.
Yeah.
But, oh well. Brings us to Raw. Who's gonna fight Dean first?
Well, I don't know. We think, I guess, coming out of Raw that it was going to be both of them.
Both of
them.
Well, hold on, because they both came out with claims of a rematch.
Yeah.
Right.
What did you before they announced what the main event was for Battleground? What did y'all think was going to be the next main event?
I was hoping that we were going to get Roman versus Rollins at the pay-per-view, and that's where like Fastlane before WrestleMania.
And then
that's where the shenanigans would happen.
Dean will go back to U.S. title, Dean, and just like defend it whenever he wants to, like every 4 months.
He's like, I'm sorry, Renee's wearing the belt. I'll be all right. Don't worry about it. I'll see you in August.
He literally forgets the belt in the cab.
Yeah. Best your champ. I was expecting that. Have some filler for Battleground, have those two there, maybe have Dean as the guest ref.
Yeah.
That would have been kind of fun, because Dean's already a great talk show host. He's a great tipper to cab drivers.
Yeah.
Hell, you would want to drive him around, wouldn't you?
Probably.
Yeah, so it would have been nice to at least involve him somehow in that match to the point where he just knocks them both out and beats them both, like Steve Austin against Kane and Taker. I don't know if y'all old people are that old. And something to build towards eventually the biggest event of the summer, the Shield. Sierra.
Hotel.
India.
Echo.
Lima.
Delta.
Shield. On SummerSlam.
Motherfucker.
And of course, WWE busts their nut and winds up having the main event with Roman and Rollins there that night.
I thought of something why they were probably, as you would say, busting their nut early. They might have bigger plans for SummerSlam that doesn't involve these guys.
Ooh.
Really? Involving whom?
Involving who?
Who?
The guy that lost the title before, beat the current champion, never got a rematch for anything.
That's right.
Coming off of probably some kind of big match at, I don't know, UFC 200. Who's already said he's going to be at SummerSlam.
Pork laser
versus Dean Ambrose for the title.
You wouldn't want a fatal four-way? Shield and Lesnar?
No, it's too much.
That's a whole lot of beef. That's too much.
If they can possibly extend Roman and Rollins or do something kind of with that, a one-on-one with Ambrose and Lesnar.
And then number one contender between the two, between Rollins and
Roman. Did we already see Lesnar and Ambrose though?
WrestleMania. Hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
Lesnar made him shit kendo sticks.
I'm just waiting. Right. The reason I bring that up because I was waiting. It'll probably be maybe the Raw after or Battleground or something. I'm just waiting for Paul Heyman to walk out
It's like everyone complaining about not getting their number one contenders. Well, how about my guy?
My client, Brock Lesnar,
Yeah.
he never got his rematch, or he never
Yeah.
he never lost the belt in the first place.
Yeah.
He beat your current champion
With 18 suplexes in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
In Ambrose's specialty match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens after UFC 200 and the build up to SummerSlam.
I thought it was going to be interesting enough because something happened today, Abel.
Ah.
You want to get to it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Set the internet afire.
So okay.
Ablaze, if you will. If that's what he was called.
Presumably, we were going to have both of these guys, both Rollins and Roman still in the picture and all that, but Roman got dinged for a suspension wellness policy violation, 30 days, his first offense.
Everybody gets one.
Now everybody keeping track at home, if you do the math, he will still be back and be done serving that suspension in time for the next pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, does it really matter?
It's bullshit.
Why is it bullshit? What's going on?
I feel a rant come wrong.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Rant in 3, 2, 1.
If every wrestling fan didn't have enough ammunition or fuel or wildfire or anything to boast the claim that Daniel Bryan should have still been the guy instead of Roman Reigns, for all the shit that we give John Cena, for all the shit we give John Cena, and this guy that's supposed to be the next Cena, that's shaking hands and kissing babies to the Make-A-Wish kids, that stops in between an entrance to salute Make-A-Wish kids on Raw because they embedded that into my brain that they're supposed to tell me he's the next poster boy by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Not every job has a 3 strikes and you're out rule.
Mm-hmm.
When you're the fucking champion, you need to know not to put shit that doesn't belong in your body in your fucking body.
That's coming from Chris.
Makes me sick.
Clearly, you're disheveled, your hair's a mess, you're wearing that stupid shirt. Yeah, it's just terrible.
Cena knows how to take the boos from the crowd. Roman gets feisty. Cena goes overseas and learns Mandarin. Roman Reigns learns how to inject needles. Cena knows how to have decent quality matches. Reigns still gets booed the fuck out. If this isn't a wake-up call for WWE to say, you know what, Roman, right now, today, June 21st, 2016, if he's not ready right now, at what point do you just say, fuck it, and just ignore it?
You just say suffering succotash.
Like, really? The crowd doesn't like him. He's he's been handled so poorly on these bookings with these matches and these opponents, and the crowd's turning on him.
Can I say it? Can I say it? It's something you always like to say. I'm just going to steal your thunder. What's a Roman Reigns?
Hi.
What is it? What is it? Tell me.
I'll tell you what a Roman
He's going to be
Reigns
the
is.
next star of Celebrity Rehab on VH1.
No, I'll tell you exactly what Roman Reigns is. He is not the next John Cena.
Oh.
He is the next Randy Orton.
Oh.
He might get dinged another 2, 3, 15 times. He'll still be around. He'll still be the number 2 guy. Yes, number 2 guy forever because he's pretty and the women like him. And, he has the long hair and the muscles and this and that. But you know what? He won't take Cena's spot. He won't.
And you know why?
Why?
I think, like Orton, I believe, he has a sense of entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm 3rd generation. Oh, I don't sell headbutts. No, now he is the number 2 guy to me.
Fucking smokes.
Especially after the reaction that Dean Ambrose got on Raw when he first walked out with the belt. Yeah, Roman Reigns, just like The Rock, just like Randy Orton, is always going to be number 2. I hope WWE learns that because that's a fucking shit show. Having your number 1 guy that you're supposed to have at all these events.
They've been struggling so hard to get him over.
They've been trying so hard to rub it in my face as a viewer that I should feel compassionate for this guy. I even paused my booing for 30 seconds at WrestleMania so that he can have his moment with his kid on the ramp after he won the title.
Mm-hmm.
After all that crap, Titus puts his hand on somebody, he gets 60 days. Roman Reigns does drugs, and he's actually going to be taping Raw next week so they could write him off the storyline.
Wait, what? He's actually going to be on Raw?
They're
But he's
going to write
suspended
him.
as of today.
They're writing him out.
So
And
then,
hey, you
okay.
said it. He's going
Okay.
to be back by Battleground.
Yep.
They have to find a way to write him out so that you can explain why when the website clearly says Joe Anoa'i is suspended for 30 days for his violation of the wellness policy that Roman Reigns admitted on Twitter.
I know why.
Whatever. They all look the same. They all sound the same. They all don't sell headbutts. What's the point, dude? Like, it's not even a punishment if it's not 30 days.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really hold any water.
Hmm.
At least for me.
It's the perks of being the champ.
Yeah.
How many failed tests does Cena have?
None.
That's my point.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. Good point. And how many failed tests has Orton had? Well, two. Two.
Many as Jeff Hardy.
Two since the wellness policy, but they have more stuff before.
I don't think so. Yeah.
No, the
You had
problem,
one before the wellness policy.
no, the
Yeah.
problem was they didn't add marijuana to the list of banned substances. That's just like a $500 fine if you get busted.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a shitload of those because it's legal in half the country.
2 states.
Marijuana is legal in only 2 states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Because I smell it everywhere.
Okay.
End of rant.
End of rant. Ooh, thank you.
Sure.
What else do we got? Are we done talking about Roman? Did you have anything else to add onto the Roman kindling there?
Roman sucks.
Okay.
Ah,
All right. Then,
He's I'm gonna steal one of Travis's lines. He gotta go.
He's got to go.
so the next happy thing from Money in the Bank, the next good thing, I guess you could say, would be Cena versus AJ.
You think so? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go on, speak
Yeah.
on, my man. What you think?
I really enjoyed that match too. Between those 3 matches that we were all anticipating anyway, it seemed as though those 3 matches were the best of the card, which, man,
Shocker.
I know it shouldn't come as a shock. You're right, but God, the first half of the pay-per-view just was like, ugh.
You can thank WWE for that. We've been
Why?
having this discussion on air for the last couple of weeks. I've been asking both you guys, what's the main event?
Right.
They built all 3 of them somehow equally as high,
Mhm.
and all 3 came out equally as good.
Yeah.
Well, 4. if you
But the
count
rest of the
Castle.
undercard was just the drizzling shits.
Yeah.
It was.
Actually, it's funny. That kind of correlates to one thing that friend of the IWC, Vince Russo.
Oh, Lord.
I think I played that little sample for you, but he was saying the 3 things that you need to sell. One of those was interesting characters and compelling storylines for interesting characters. And look what happened in all 3 of those matches.
Yeah.
Interesting
you're right.
characters
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
compelling storylines.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a good job. You got to give the devil his due. I mean, they
What was the third thing?
you have to believe the fight.
Boobs.
That's the 4th thing.
But oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why Roman wears that vest. That's when he got busted because the bitch tits. Done.
Knew it.
That's
Breaking news. You heard it here first on
Well, okay,
this
hold
show,
on.
whatever.
Going back to Roman. Sorry.
The
Why-
boobs? What? It's
Yeah,
he's just
his
playing
boobs.
around, man.
No, wild speculation. Was it weed? Or was it
No,
muscle? Was
it
it
can't.
muscle juice? Was he on the roids? Was it angel dust? PCP? What was it, man? Was it that blue stuff on Breaking Bad?
Well, they were in California over the weekend. It's legal in California. But weed now? That serious of a hit for weed?
I
Nah.
don't know.
I don't know. I got nothing.
Californication. I don't know, man.
Would,
AJ
would
Cena.
would it change anybody's minds once we find out what it is? And does it matter? Do you care?
No, this the fact alone is just enough ammunition for people to go after him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it,
Oh yeah, dude! My sign for the Madison Square Garden show and for the Raw show that I'll be on camera side is going to be "Don't do drugs" with the Reigns R logo for the drugs. And I dare somebody from security try to take that sign from me without me taking them to court.
what if it's like a
Don't do drugs. Like, I'm trying to help the children. You're gonna confiscate my sign? Fuck WWE. I'm watching New.
What if it was like an Adam Rose thing where he had a prescription for something, but the WWE dinged him on it? Or
No, because it's not voices in Roman's head. People are booing him.
Okay, all right, okay.
And plus, when it comes to that kind of stuff, that information normally comes out right away.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing, if you want to put a cap on this, if they want to really legitimize themselves like they are with like UFC's trying to do, they should at least give Roman like 10 days to like appeal the suspension.
Okay.
To make it okay, you're gonna have him on Raw next week. At least have something in your plan to say, okay, Adam Rose was caught with drugs. Oh, here's a doctor's note. He has Adderall. I understand. We'll be lenient. You know, if Roman Reigns went to a GNC and somehow got some muscle something, like some that's on the ban list.
Muscle something.
Yeah,
shows you how much we work out.
That's on the ban list and he didn't know. You
Yeah.
know, some bet him appeal that. At least I can understand why he's on Raw. Football players get or play while they're suspended all the time, waiting for the appeal to finalize.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would be more understandable, and it would be not as much heat on an already burning man, Roman Reigns, by having the thing happen the way it did.
Okay. All right.
Are you done with it?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and put that to rest. I'm sorry.
Back to that topic at hand.
Yes.
You love AJ Cena.
AJ versus Cena. I liked it. I liked it a lot. The match was really good. I was really into it. Everything was great up until the ending, pretty much. You know, and I don't know if it's just because
JBL told you 100 times the rest of the night that
God.
Well, yeah, that too. But I don't know. I mean, shenanigans. I get it that he's supposed to be a heel. I get it that it's Cena and you can't ever really get a clean win on Cena. I mean, the one exception has been Kevin Owens. I was kind of hoping AJ was going to be an exception, so maybe that's too much to ask. But he still got the win, so I'm kind of happy. But, man, I don't know. It
furthers the feud.
I guess so, yeah.
He says, "Hey, I beat you," and then he's gonna call him out for having.
But wouldn't the feud still be further anyway if AJ beat him clean? Because it's motherfucking Cena.
Here's the issue.
Oh, okay.
I called it last week. This is AJ solidifying himself as a heel. He signed the contract that it was going to be man-to-man, knowing that he was going to have a club catch back,
right?
Which is cool. I'm disappointed in the fact, as much as the commentary was annoying as fuck on this show, they actually gave me like the Dark Knight Rises approach with Cena. He's the old timer. He just came back from injury. It's his first match back from injury in 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
They were selling that enough to me that if AJ beat him clean, it would have been AJ beating Cena not at 100%. And that could have furthered the storyline. That old timer that said the new generation goes through me literally got his mouth shut. Mm-hmm. And have Cena, man, I need to fight you again. I need to prove that I'm still worthy here. And then at Battleground, AJ beat Cena again. I was like, oh man, maybe I should retire. Maybe I don't have it in me. I'm not the same guy. SummerSlam.
And then
SummerSlam
AJ
gets the comeuppance.
Well, no, Cena's like, give me another match. AJ's like, no, I beat you twice. No, I beat you twice. And Cena says, I'll put my career on the line. Okay.
And that's when AJ wins with help from the Bullet Club. That solidifies AJ as a
Cena?
dick. That's how you make AJ a dick.
No, I think that's where Cena would win. Finally, but man, I don't see him retiring Cena. That's too much. That's too much smarkiness right there. Fantasy booking.
Man, I want to say this match is my match of the week.
The hell you say?
It was good. It was really good. It was the competitive. What else word I'm looking for? It is shows you how good AJ Styles is. Because he can adapt to pretty much any style that he's fighting.
And that's the other thing the commentary put over, that Cena hadn't been able to figure AJ out the entire match. So
that's the one good thing to the commentating team.
That match, for the most part, is the only like diamond in the rough that they all did. Mm-hmm. Building up Cena as the old timer and AJ is the puzzle you can't figure out.
Mm-hmm. So towards the end, it was the setup for the attitude adjustment, and then the referee got knocked down from that. Yeah. Whenever the ref got knocked, did you automatically think, okay, they're going to come out? Okay.
Yeah, and that ref bump was
obvious.
AJ doing the stanky leg on Cena's shoulders.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, no.
Yeah. I mean, as far as ref bumps go, they're usually not that good, but that was exceptionally not good.
Would you say TNA level bad?
Maybe. Maybe it was a little phenomenal.
It is an AJ Styles match.
Yeah.
I don't know. The one thing that I could be convinced to have another match as my match of the week is because not just the ending. I'm okay with it because AJ Styles is a heel. they made a big fuss about his contract that he signed was 1-on-1, and that's what he was going to do. And then he obviously didn't do that with the club coming out. I'm okay with that because he's a heel.
At the end of the day, AJ beat Cena.
Yeah.
No, at the end of the day, AJ beat him exactly how he wanted to. Remember the opening promo? Guys like you bury guys like me. That's why I have these two behind me. He did exactly how he said he was going to do it, regardless of what he signed on paper. That's what he said from the jump.
Yeah,
and he fulfilled it the way he meant it to.
The worst thing about this match, actually not this match, this whole week in wrestling, in Raw and everything, JBL.
I'm hoping Michael Cole and JBL are gone from the Raw announce team, and we get Mauro Ranallo.
You know what?
Corey Graves.
I don't even mind Cole. Because he does a good job of
compared to Saxton, Cole does a better job of keeping things on the rails.
Saxton just doesn't. I don't want to say get it, but like he can't keep up with the two other guys. He doesn't fit. Not to say he's a bad guy or anything. It's just he's a different vibe from what Michael Cole and JBL are. And JBL has just run his course dry. Like I cannot take JBL's commentate. He's so bad now. You're looking at me surprised. Like,
I'm gonna go one step further. I don't like my streams crossed. Keep Todd Phillips and Corey Graves on NXT until this draft. There's no reason Corey Graves needs to be on the panel and Todd Phillips doing backstage interviews. Keep them on NXT together. They're better together as a whole.
Yeah.
Than at least Graves might still survive on his own. But Phillips,
that's what happens when you fire Rich and Alex. You run out of people.
Okay, the thing with JBL was whenever the club came out and he was questioning, are they on their own free will or did AJ know? And then after AJ won, JBL just was, going crazy, calling bullshit on this heel that cheated to win, and JBL's supposed to be the fucking heel commentator.
Good point.
He should be covering his ass.
That should be Cole that should be so indignant about that.
That would be Lawler. If it was on SmackDown,
we could talk about that real quick.
Lawler put the SmackDown on his ex-fiance instead.
She had to come. No,
you open your mouth. That's what happened.
Apparently, it went both ways too, because apparently
they couldn't figure it out. So that's
why they both went to jail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now there's a restraining order or something. No, they're not.
They're not allowed to be together.
And King is now suspended indefinitely. Correct?
Definitely.
Was it indefinitely?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Some people are like King. Some people don't like him. I like him now that he went back to being a heel commentator. I think he was starting to find his groove again. But it sucks. But this could be a good opportunity for someone else to come take his spot.
The bigger like Alex or Rich.
The bigger problem is that this isn't the first time Lawler's been involved in a situation like this in the past 20 years. Is this the end of Lawler?
See,
when you say he's definitely suspended, he's pretty much done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would think so, but
no one's ever come back from being indefinitely suspended. If someone has it, I can't think of anyone right now. But did y'all have any? Since we're talking about that, any money that you would want to see be called up for the SmackDown replacement for King?
I have things I want, but I know that WWE will never give them to me. I will still be optimistic that something happens in the draft.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
All right. I haven't put enough mental energy in that.
I believe that.
There's a lot of options out there. Taz doesn't have a job right now in wrestling besides the podcast.
Yeah. It's not a podcast.
Or show or whatever. Yeah. What about Cena's apology on Raw?
You mean
that's the apology from the club to
there
AJ
you
Cena.
go. Does anybody remember that episode of South Park where they were lampooning?
No, I don't watch that show.
Okay, well there might be some listeners. Where they were lampooning the BP oil spill, where the CEO or whatever of BP was out there just, we apologize. I'm sorry. And it just kept changing scenes from being on the beach and then, being in the spa. I just keeps apologizing. And it was just so disingenuous. That's how I felt like this was. It was they were apologizing and it just kind of fell flat. And it was
newsflash, they're heels.
Yep.
That's what I wanted from them.
Oh, okay.
Why?
So you wanted a lame ass apology, stupid
they're
thing.
fucking heels.
They're fucking
Yes.
heels. They're the fucking Bullet Club. They should be out there like, you damn right I did it.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
Thank you.
Yeah.
They're-
Okay.
but
They need
instead-
they need to have a solid year on WWE television, raping people left and right before we like them enough that they can be funny and we'll
They've
accept
already
them.
messed. I mean,
They fucked that up.
They've
from
already
jump.
watered them down. That's and yeah. If they didn't already water them down, that's what I would be expecting from
Like
them.
I was
But
expecting
I'm
Gallows
already-
to do a Fozzy impersonation. Waka waka. Man.
Yeah, I'm already used to the watered down WWE product.
Club.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm already used to that. That's why, for heel purposes, that's what I expected was this a disingenuous apology. But yeah, if they were gonna do legit tough guy heels, then yeah, no apology.
Yeah, let them be legit tough guys.
Did they show it when Cena and Anderson went to a no contest with interference again?
Yeah, it was all right.
I was kind of phasing out that match.
Really?
I mean, come on. It was Anderson versus, Cena. Like, we know what was going to happen there. Like, oh, the club. Oh, that's awesome. We're going to take the I feel bad for saying this. We're going to take the most irrelevant guy of the club.
Oh, you just pissed off so many people.
Oh, I know I did. And have him go up against Cena, who just beat, or who just came back. And I mean, come on.
Dude, that was damn near a squash match.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
oh my god, what did they do to the club?
Yeah. I mean,
You know what?
he's like Luke Gallows or Eric Rowan, he's like not the main guy of their team.
They should have just kept AJ separate from the minute they broke them up after he couldn't beat Reigns. Because this is the stuff outside the ring is it's gonna catch up to them and it's gonna start watering down what they do in the ring.
Yeah.
And it's gonna catch AJ in the process. And I don't want that to get lost in the shuffle.
This is what's happening now is what I thought was going to happen even before they debuted. They're just going to be coming in as just guys.
Yeah.
They should have just stayed in
That's
NXT.
why, and I told you guys this. I said I'm surprised that they're getting this high profile. I thought they were going to be in NXT and this, that, but no, they jumped them in there, and I knew as soon as the initial shock or whatever them debuting wore off, this is the stuff we're going to start seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Look where we're at.
Yeah, they're going to be losing to the vaudevillains here any minute now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Speaking of which, how about the 4-way tag match that opened up the pay-per-view?
Man, I was excited for this match, but it wound up not being all that great.
Travis, describe to me Luke Gallows' final moments before they lost the match. What's this maneuver called?
Oh, I was going to start walking around in circles.
What's this maneuver called?
The Frankenstein. I don't know. It's
The Yeti?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. That whole match fell apart.
Mhm.
Like it,
From the moment the bell rang.
and not only that, not
Lord.
only did it fall apart, I didn't want New Day to retain. I wanted some kind of,
Yeah.
if you're gonna make, the club,
A threat.
yeah. But when you got Gallows walking around in circles,
Would that have been too foreshadowing for the club to interfere? Or did that even matter if the club would have won the tag titles?
no, because my predictions from last week, I wanted Club to win and AJ to win. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're really gonna capitalize on the club and the pseudo Bullet Club connections, because let's face it, right now it's just pseudo connections. But if for the marks out there who are still like, oh, it's still real to me, damn it, and they're the Bullet Club,
They're the elite.
yeah,
You would
Yeah.
think the Bullet Club would be the one shouting out to each other and New Day call out the elite.
yeah. I mean, if you
I
really
like
want to capitalize on, no, you're right. If you really want to capitalize on that, dude, book them strongly, and they're not being booked strongly. So I was surprised at that. If anybody was going to take the pin, it was going to be one of the vaudevillains, and it should have been, the club winning. But man, I kind of get, that whole thing with whoever missed their cue to start the whole chain of events of everything just falling apart at the end of the match. It was bad. But I don't know. I don't know what else I could say about that match other than it was just disappointing.
Hey, as far as tag teams go, I saw this on the tapings for those other shows that we don't watch.
Like main event?
Yeah, the Ascension's back. Connor's back from his suspension.
Oh, cool.
So much for that Victor push. I thought he was getting some kind of character change or whatever, but I guess the Ascension are back.
So there's just he didn't keep any of the stuff from.
I don't know.
Okay.
There's another team returned on Raw Monday
Oh yeah.
on video.
Who?
Wyatts.
Ah.
Talk about the Wyatts, Trev.
I was generally intrigued by what they were going to do with them because, I think we've all kind of said this before in the past. Well, no, I said this. Y'all didn't say this. I wanted them to turn face.
Okay.
You look at me surprised and shocked and befuddled.
Keep going.
Because they have everything. They have people the watches or the phones.
Fireflies.
Yeah, the Fireflies. You have people sing their song. He's got a catchy song. He's got a strong. He captivates you when he starts talking. He's got it. All you got to do is flip the switch because heel ain't working for him. And I thought that's where they were going. And then I was kind of surprised they actually debuted because the vignette.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, well, we're gonna get a couple more weeks of this, and then they'll finally debut or return, whatever. No, Phoenix, we're here. And so then when they came out, and he was actually making. His speech that he was doing. I was kind of waiting to see where he was going with that. Mm-hmm. Like, who are they gonna call out somebody or whatever, getting back to the roots or whatever the case may be. And then New Day, I don't know. Now we have a face team. I guess that means
the
Wyatts are heels still, but maybe this could be a turning point for him. No pun intended, but I don't know.
Man, this further convinces me that New Day should have lost the tag titles.
Right.
Because, man, the New Day, they don't need the tag titles, especially if you're just going to throw them in a program with the Wyatts. Like, that right there is enough to, sustain interest. And you should have given the titles. I still argue to the Bullet Club or the club.
Do the Wyatts need the titles?
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Badly.
They need relevant wins. Because even last night with the shock that, they're back and, here comes Bray. Aside from Bray first starting up the promo and saying, "Did y'all miss me?"
Mm-hmm.
After that, I tuned it all out because it's all just Wyattese. Like, he didn't say anything. There was a lot of words that were spoken.
Cena learned that language too.
Yeah, there was a lot of words that were spoken. But what did he say? He didn't fucking say anything.
Well, you didn't get a finish.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
One thing that happened during the whole exchange between them and New Day actually got my attention, but they didn't really do anything with it yet. When New Day's talking and they're about to do their WWE tag team before they did it, and Xavier Woods is supposed to say that, but he was mesmerized or something. He zoned down. He started walking towards the ring, and then Kofi and Biggie hey, this is your line.
They're making fun of it. I think they were just making fun of the Wyatts.
No, because Woods didn't have he wasn't laughing or anything. He was just like, they grabbed him.
You think that's going to be a thing?
I don't know. It was just different.
The Wyatts are going to possess Woods?
No.
Oh, God. That'd be awesome.
I'm not
then
saying
then he could really start using his move Lost in the Woods, and it'll make sense. He'll be a Wyatt. That'd be great.
I wasn't
They
saying that.
do need a replacement for Harper. That would cover the African American demographic quite nicely.
There you go.
Anyway, I just
think
thought
Strowman likes video games too.
They can learn from each other.
You're in.
Xavier will be in camo and the sheep mask, and then the other one will be sitting there playing video games. They're teaching each other. See, it's all about multicultural diversity.
This week on Up Up Down Down, 1-1. Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for that.
What's the team that you guys would suggest the Wyatt should fight if you want to turn the Wyatt's face?
If the Wyatts are going face,
or what's the one interaction? New Day had Edge and Christian before Edge and Christian made it cool to like the New Day. What did the Wyatts need? What team or what interaction do the Wyatts need for everybody to accept the fact that crazy is cool?
That's the thing, man. You don't have that many strong, developed personalities as far as heels go. The closest one I can think of just off the top of my head is the club. That's it. As far as heels go. What, Brizango or whatever the fuck they're calling themselves? No. What other heel tag teams?
I mean, you would know because you're the historian of the group. What made Jake relevant? Was it the snake pit, or was it an opponent that made it okay?
What's it? Go heel or face?
To face, to turn him. Is it honky tonk at 3? Maybe
yes. Yeah, because he had Alice Cooper with him, and that was so he had a couple.
And that was cool.
Yeah, and after that, he was face.
Is there anything on that level that WWE has where if you put them with the Wyatts, or at least with Bray, and if you turn Bray, then by association,
The rest
are okay?
Maybe a good mid-card feud. Maybe Rusev. Oh, people like
Nah,
Rusev.
see,
Though.
Rusev is right there.
Rusev
too.
is starting to win people over.
Yeah, that's a bad example. God damn.
Darren Young and Bob Backlund. I don't know.
Miz, maybe.
Maybe.
I like the Miz as a heel, but I don't cheer for the Miz. I like the fact that he's making me hate him. Very good. Can the Miz can the Miz get sympathy out of Bray Wyatt for the?
See, here's the problem. Like everybody's so like in a tweener phase. Like the audience is now dictating everything. And
how about Jericho? Or has that already been done to death that you don't care? Because right now Jericho's heel stuff, he's getting boos, even though people like him. He's getting the heat.
Yeah.
Can Bray Can Bray be turned to face with Jericho's stupid idiot, or will people cheer Jericho because it's against Bray?
You know, honestly, I don't think it's going to take like some sort of monumental thing to turn Bray. I think that like just have him fight against other heels and people will start cheering for him.
See, I hate that. Like I hate when there's no character change. Then you start booking him against other heels, and that makes him face. I hate that.
How about Orton?
Oh,
Bray versus Orton.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe that should be an answer HWR because we're stumped apparently.
Yeah, we are stumped. There you go. Okay,
Maybe
answer HWR.
Yeah.
Who would you put Bray and the Wyatt family to feud with to turn the Wyatt family face?
And with the brand split coming up, NXT is acceptable. You can pick people from NXT also.
Yeah. Ta-da. Yeah. Okay, what else?
We're gonna get involved with the women. Start with Travis's favorite match of the night, the Divas tag match.
Featuring Dana Brooke.
No, this match happened after Baron Corbin came out. So first I got.
First it was New Day. First the four-man tag, and then it was Corbin and Ziggles 3.
Let him speak for himself.
Yeah. No, he's doing a good job. I don't even like mentioning their names.
So that's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and I said
this to women.
I said this. I was like, I think so far that backstage segment was the best thing on the show.
Yeah.
Up until last three matches, pretty much.
That first hour was bunk.
Well,
the big three main.
Because there was another match in between.
Yeah, but okay, this tag match with Charlotte What's Her Face versus Becky and Natty. I couldn't get into it. I don't know. It was just a tag team match. Yeah, they couldn't even do what we said. Okay, because it's not a title match, so clearly it'll put the faces over. Mm-hmm. You know. It's the Bella syndrome. You know, you only lose your non-title matches. But she even won this match.
She won. Charlotte even won this match, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
But on the flip side of that, it did, for whatever reason, start up a heel turn for Natty.
That was the best thing about the match.
Did the right woman turn heel?
Yes.
That's interesting you say that. Did you hear about the original plans for that?
Oh, what was the original plan?
Becky was going to turn heel.
Really?
Nobody knows why it was changed at the last minute, but yeah, it was originally Becky that was going to be turning heel.
Really? Interesting. Well, regardless, Natty turned heel.
Yeah, and also on that note, apparently Natty's not going to be re-signing her contract when it comes up.
What? When's her contract up?
Sometime this year. I can't remember the exact date.
If she makes it to SummerSlam, then she'll be the longest tenured diva WWE's had.
This goes into news that I think broke last week. I don't think we covered it, but Tyson Kidd
might not wrestle.
Oh, he might not wrestle ever again.
Yeah, it's not looking like he's gonna be able to come back at all.
That's sad.
That's with that news, and then now Natty's thinking she may not be resigning. Obviously, she wants go with him, and
that Total Divas kickback maybe.
Maybe that was part of the reasoning to turn her heel. Maybe she want to have one last heel run before she, left. And
it could be all connected. It could be.
Yeah, it could be. But I'm excited for a Natty heel run. I want to see what she does. Mm-hmm. I want to see how much she can heal it up.
Right before she turned heel, she was in the ring like slouching down, and Becky was consoling her, and she was crying. And I said, "God damn it, she's crying again!" like someone make a montage of Natty crying in the ring.
Aw.
Hugging LeBron, crying. And then she turned.
And then she turned, and I liked it.
It
So
was a
I'm
good
interested.
beatdown. Like she whooped her ass, but I don't know. It could be a good feud, maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
What was the bigger surprise on Raw? That Paige was still relevant, or that Sasha came back?
Sasha came back. Paige wasn't really all that relevant. I mean, I guess so she's having a championship match against Charlotte the night after a pay-per-view on Raw that she's obviously going to lose. Okay, whatever. Next. Sasha, she showed up and she's apparently got her sights set on the women's title, and that's something that we've been calling for a long time, and the rest of IWC has been wanting for a long time. So hell yeah, this is good. Hopefully they actually don't drop the ball on it.
From the beginning of the tag match on Sunday, when the fans were chanting, "We want Sasha," I was already done with that, with everything. I didn't even see until secondhand the Natty turn.
Is it well, from the audience reaction, I think I know the answer to this, but do you think they wasted too much momentum with Sasha? Do you think they waited too long to have her come back?
No, I don't think so. Because I'm still just as excited, and from a fan perspective and not looking at it too much as like, we do what we do here and watch it all the time. But it just as a fan, I don't really know exactly why she's been gone, but she's back. Hell yeah, this is awesome. And just look at it from that perspective. Okay, cool. She's back and she's going to pick up right where she left off.
She should be thankful she didn't lose momentum.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a fucking waste of time to have Natty after Roadblock before WrestleMania compete for the title and lose, and then rehash the entire storyline. Y2 AJ didn't even last long enough in between pay-per-views. They could have done this 2 months ago and then brought Sasha back when the fans already were chanting, "We want Sasha" heavily.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have rather seen Sasha with the belt now than have to wait 3 months.
Ironically,
basically a season.
Ironically, nobody was chanting, "We want Sasha" when she came out. It was like it.
And I hope that the wait was worth it. Whatever they had planned or whatever's going on, I'm not as enthused now than I would have been when the iron was still hot for Sasha.
How pissed off would everybody be if she just came back to job to Charlotte?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh,
It
boy,
wouldn't.
that suck.
Because they're bragging Charlotte 285 and a quarter days that she's been holding the title already. They're rubbing it in some more.
So you think they're going to give her a run the same way they gave it to what was her name? Nikki, right? To Nikki, and then the whole reason why Nikki got that was to erase the memory of AJ Lee having that. You think with her?
Here's the problem. You're giving me Sasha at a time where I am already considering that this is not the women's division, but the Divas division.
Oof, that's
Version 2. Before brand split. So they're going to have to do something drastic for me to take the division seriously again. And just having Sasha on television, right now, it's not enough. It's not enough to get them.
It is questionable why they're doing this feud before Battleground and not SummerSlam. Is something going to happen after the brand split with the women's division?
Oh.
They can split everybody up, or they can go to one brand and not the. I don't know. They need to start figuring what they're going to do with this brand split stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the brand for people that don't know. The Tuesday that the brand split's happening is actually the official go home show, since it's the live episode. It's the go home show for Battleground. So Tuesday is the brand split. That Sunday is Battleground, and then Monday and Tuesday it's a fresh start.
When you say Tuesday is a brand split, you basically mean it's
The draft. It's the draft.
Okay, so the draft is happening immediately before the pay-per-view.
Yeah. So
Okay.
all scores will be settled at Battleground, and then after that, Monday,
That doesn't give you pause. That doesn't strike you as odd that they're doing the draft and the brand split before the pay-per-view? Don't you think that they would?
it strikes me. It gives me intrigue, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Because
Because now-
there's spontaneity. Like, you
Yeah.
don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
Just because Ambrose goes to SmackDown doesn't mean that he's gonna win the belt and go to SmackDown or he loses the belt because the belt has to be on Raw or something. Like
I got a better example.
Help me.
Okay, I got a feeling at Battleground we're gonna see Owens versus Zayn. What if on SmackDown Draft we find out they're going separate brands? And you know how much they've been trying to kill each other, especially on Raw. They did a really good job on Raw.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
it's the end of the chapter. The story's a long way going.
Like, what if, like, on Tuesday, they find out they're going to separate shows, and then
Sunday they just lambast each other.
Even later on the same show on SmackDown, they want to kill each other even more now
because they know it's the end.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
That's gonna get you wanting to see that match on the pay-per-view.
You know how for example, like that, we're gonna kill this real quick. Zayn versus Owens on Raw. You said that this is the feud that's never going to end.
Right.
You know how they should end it? Just like Travis just said. And after that draft on Tuesday, fuck it. Put them in a Hell in a Cell.
At Battleground?
Zayn Owens, Hell in a Cell.
Wow.
There's enough steam behind that. They can sell me on, holy fuck, I need to watch these guys in a Hell in a Cell.
Okay.
And really put it to bed one last time before they're off on their separate ways on the different brands.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. WWE doesn't like to do Hell in a Cells unless you're like a champ. Not mid card.
Yeah. Unless you're Taker Shane, but
well, it's not mid card. I don't consider them mid card, but whatever.
Fine, let's just get this out of the way real quick. Titus Rusev.
Yeah, that was the second to last match. Of the night. I really was starting to have high hopes for this because I like Rusev and I've been starting to really like Titus. And then they showed Titus's kids out there, and I'm like, oh, here we go. This is gonna be good. And the match happened, and I liked what I saw at the beginning, where it was big man versus big man, them just throwing each other around and being really brutal with each other. I kind of like that. But then I don't know, it just kind of fizzled.
Mm-hmm. Like it was maybe 5 minutes too long.
Yeah.
I got the impression the match was like 5 minutes too long
because of what they were going for.
Yeah.
I will say, and I think I may have messaged y'all guys about this. After watching SmackDown, my anticipation went up drastically for this match.
How so?
On SmackDown, they did the one thing that you don't see that much, with the exception of what we saw on Raw with Zayn and Owens, where they're just like tearing into each other. On SmackDown, because on Raw, Titus got his ass whooped by Rusev when he tried to come out for his match, and Rusev snuck up behind him when he first came out and just beat him down. SmackDown came out, and Titus went after Rusev like hardcore. Like he grabbed his legs, threw him down, and started wailing on him. And I think they did a pull apart brawl too.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like, okay, I want to see them fight because it looked legit. Like he was really like trying to punch him. He's really trying to hurt this guy.
He's pissed.
Yeah. He's pissed. And most of the time on Raw, you see fighter A walk into the ring. I don't like you. You made me mad. I'm going to fight you at the pay-per-view. And then fighter 2 comes out. Well, no, I'm going to beat you. I don't like you either. And they talk about it for another 15 minutes. No one fights each other anymore. No, there's no realism in these fights. Mm-hmm. And this was like a sense of they want to beat the shit out of each other, especially after Rusev. And I like how it continued after the fact because the match was over. He went on to the side of the ring, got a microphone, made fun of his dad, with his kids and everything. That was good stuff.
The son actually hit Rusev on the sholler.
Yeah. He went into business for himself.
I'm going to be a star, Ma.
And then you got suspended for 30 days. and then, did you see that that little tweet that Rusev did?
Disappointing father of the year.
Yeah. I beat you so bad. They don't even call you dad anymore. They call you Titus.
On Father's Day. Oh.
And then on Raw, when Rusev's in the ring, and then Titus comes out, and again, he tries, as soon as he's able to get in the ring, he pulls him down and starts, doing a brawl again, and starts beating him down. I like it, I just, I don't know how far they're going to take it, but for a few that was, to me, felt kind of rushed and out of nowhere.
Filler.
Yeah, it was a filler feud. And they're making the most out of it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting, and what I said about making it, the realism part, that's the thing that is kind of keeping this thing together.
Mhm.
Zayn and Owens is like that, but it's just cranked up to 11 because they both have
They have history.
They have the history. They have They have the characters. They have the storylines, and they have the realism in the fights.
Mhm.
How about that?
Yeah. All right. Is that all we want to talk about for WWE this week so far?
Cena learning Mandarin, the WWE PPTV in
Mhm.
China announcement, and then announcing that they signed their first Chinese wrestler, Ben Wong.
Okay.
Man, I didn't like when they said the first Chinese wrestlers. Really? Like, I didn't think it was. I thought that surely in the last 50 some odd years they would have had at least one. For 50 years, the worldwide leader.
No,
Except in China.
except China.
There's a little asterisk. Yeah, but I mean, good on them. I mean, I remember like 2 years ago, I was listening to I think Stone Cold had John Cena on his podcast, and John Cena back then was saying he was learning Mandarin.
Yes.
Yeah,
because they were
They did it on
because
China's.
China's they do China's and be on the come up.
yeah.
Then
I mean, hey, you can't fault them for that. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, that's really cool. You learned a language.
you get your the face of the company to
Yeah.
learn their language, and they go over there and sign I don't know anything about this.
the guy that never fails a drug test.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah.
But the guy they signed, like, I don't know anything about him. Like, I don't know if he's good or
Me
not.
either.
He's straight up developmental, right to
Yeah.
NXT.
Mhm.
But good luck for them. I mean, they're expanding the network down there overseas, and they're having more cultural talent in the NXT brand. And apparently, NXT is going to be the brand on the come up still, even after this draft.
Yeah.
I mean, if he can cut it, more power to him.
I mean, us being in Houston, I
Laporte.
can definitely tell you that yeah, when the Chinese get their liking to a certain athletic person, they really, really go full bore, because that's what happened here with Yao Ming. And even in the picture,
Why was Yao Ming there?
even in the picture with them, Yao Ming was there because, hey,
He's a big ambassador of China. He's
he's
the
a big,
most popular there.
yeah, sports ambassador type thing. So I imagine this guy that they signed would say, oh, all the Chinese people are going to be tuning in WWE
Yeah.
to see this guy.
Oh.
How like all the Chinese people all of a sudden loved Houston. Like it was crazy.
It's like
No one ever went to Yao's restaurant, though. They had to close it.
But it's still there.
Well, two of them. He had one at downtown.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Didn't last long.
Oh, I know about the one on West Side.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually pretty good.
Yao's. Yeah.
I thought it was funny that Yao was in the middle of the picture and the guy they signed was on the far end of the
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
I was like, wait, something's not right here.
I was like, wait, they signed a wrestler. Wow, he's really tall.
Yeah.
Wait,
They better be taking those pictures
is
in
that
panoramic.
fucking Yao? Like, or am I racist?
No, it's Yao.
Yeah, it's Yao.
And you're racist.
Yeah, I am racist.
That is it for WWE.
Well, that's it for WWE for us. Portia, what did the people have to say about our WWE chatter?
Well, first,
Oh, this is gonna be long.
I don't know, so I'm going to keep it short. Will Roman get kicked out of Battleground? Will it become a one-on-one at Battleground?
No.
No. No. Like we said earlier, the rumor has it that they're gonna film Roman getting written out, and he'll be back in time for the match, which sucks. Ugh.
So you think he'll be written out just from not being
Just for 2
around?
weeks. Yeah, he'll
and
be-
then
yeah.
but he'll still be in the match.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, he gets main event shot, but after taking a vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, with these suspensions, here's the question I have. With these suspensions, are they paid or non-paid?
I think
No.
they would.
You don't
not
get
be
paid when you're suspended? No?
Mhm.
Okay.
Otherwise, it is a paid vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Portia, what else?
Let's see. Are you going to use Sasha to bring up Bailey during the draft?
No.
I don't want to see that happen, but
Wait, what was the question? Or are they going to bring out Bailey?
Are they using
Yeah,
Sasha
using-
to bring Bailey back?
Yeah.
What does Sasha have to do with it?
So,
So
I don't
like if
know.
Sasha wins the title, perchance probably at Battleground or SummerSlam, then
At this rate, I mean, who knows? But
Yeah, I don't know. That might be too much of a stretch at this point.
Bailey's got the marketability. I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, but to connect those dots, I mean, the women's division.
Oh,
is on-
specifically having a feud
Yeah,
between Sasha
yeah.
and Bailey? Probably not.
Yeah, to connect those dots, it's
No, because Sasha's a face now. No,
yeah.
you can't do that.
The women's division is too much on ICU right now. You got to take it one step at a time.
let's see. And will they bring back 2 world championships for this draft?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean,
I hope they don't, because
Really?
they made such an effort to put these belts back together that for them to separate again,
It's only been, what, 2 years? 3
Yeah,
years,
it's-
something like that?
it's
Yeah.
pointless. It's pointless.
yeah, I mean, once Randy Orton and John Cena have a ladder match, oh, For sure, it's written in stone.
Yeah. What if there's
That was sarcasm.
what if there's like the triple threat match between the Shield? There's some kind of shenanigan ending, and we have 2 pinfalls or some bullshit ending.
Seth is like one champ and Dean's the other, and they go to separate brands.
I don't know. Yeah, some weird, stupid bullshit shenanigan ending. Yeah.
Regardless of what, I'm gonna beat a dead horse again.
Oh.
The bigger problem is not whether there's 2 champions. The bigger problem has to be fixed, and that is Raw needs to be 2 hours.
Yeah,
that's the biggest problem, but it's not. That's not the biggest problem of what this title.
Yeah, that's
is.
not relevant to the title stuff. I mean, you're gonna have one guy that's gonna float back and forth between Raw and SmackDown.
Why not?
Okay,
It worked, but not for very long. That's what I'm concerned about.
and then it goes back to the whole point of who from which roster gets the title shot at the pay-per-view. You know?
Yeah.
Well, if the story's compelling enough, I'll buy into it.
Okay.
And it's the age-old question, especially from the last brand, is like, do you have it to where that your champ is that special to where he can go to either brand he wants to feud whoever he wants, or do you have
drugs whenever he wants,
or do you have your 2 shows literally on equal standing and y'all both have an equal champ?
Mm-hmm. Well, we know what WWE wound up doing the last time, which was 2 separate titles. So.
As long as they don't do it like they did last time and just hand someone a title.
Well, yeah.
If you have some kind of reasoning for it or some kind of way for a wrestler to earn it,
yeah,
then I'll be okay with it.
Okay. There you go. Anything else?
That is it. That is of interest and importance at this time.
Okay.
All right. Well, then, shall we take a break, gentlemen?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, and when we come back, we'll talk about NXT and Lucha Underground. What else? So we have
Ring of Honor and New Japan too.
No, you don't.
So,
You son of a bitch.
So yes, we'll go ahead and take a break. Ready?
Yeah.
Break. All right, YouTubers, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. We are, just taking breaks for podcast purposes.
Yeah.
He's got to pee.
Yes.
He's got to pee.
Somebody else has got to pee. Apparently.
Well, she's using the toilet. You can use the litter box.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for anybody that's watching, save the answer HWR for Facebook. Don't give it to us now. Save. We'll do it next week. Next week. Don't do it now.
Basically, he's saying don't do it now.
Yeah. No.
So,
Aren't you supposed to go pee?
well, yeah, but somebody else is in the pier.
We already told
Did
you.
save that?
Yeah, we should probably save that.
Go for it. Save it.
You got it? Okay.
Bitch.
I don't want to get any diseases from your computer.
The old crusty laptop.
Your biggest highlight from Comic Palooza this past weekend, Trev.
Kate Beckinsale. Oh.
Bigger hands than JoJo?
Oh. Dude, I was looking at her hands. God damn. That is one beautiful woman. Jesus Christ. And then I went to her. I took a picture with her and I got her autograph. And then I went to her Q&A panel. And she's as charming as all get out. Dude.
That accent.
The accent. She's funny. I was recording the panel. And I just found myself every so often just kind of just drifting off.
If you're uploading that to the Pop Culture Rewind YouTube, I want to see like first person view of Travis fading out and losing.
No, you'll see
himself.
the camera's on her, and then it's like camera just kind of goes off.
That's awesome.
I was enthralled in what I was watching.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Second highlight for me, meeting Bill Paxton.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, Chet. Dude, buttwad.
Who else did you guys meet over the weekend?
Celebrity wise, I was almost. Let's see. That's the only ones we paid for. We were gonna do. No, Sigourney Weaver's there, but she's way too expensive.
I heard that line was crazy.
It was terrible. And plus, we were so dead tired from waiting in line from Kate Beckinsale and Bill Paxton. We're just like done with waiting in lines.
Who did Mrs. Travis get to meet?
Oh yes. There she is right there. Speak of the devil.
Hey Nancy.
We're talking about Kamapalooza.
Uh-huh.
You're round 2 with Charlie Hunnam.
Yes.
What do you think about it?
He's very sexy.
He's very sexy, as my wife said about Charlie Hunnam.
All,
Got away with it. I would kidnap and took him home.
Well, if we're gonna get away with stuff like that, my wife just admitted that she would kidnap Charlie Hunnam. Well, if we're gonna get away with that
if
kind
you're
of stuff,
gonna get away with that, then you're gonna have to make room to recite gerbils.
oh, I'm not worried about that. Okay, Beckinsale, she's going home with me.
Oh man, that's funny. You know all about how cool Charlie Hunnam was after the whole shaft of Space City.
Yeah,
I wound up watching Pacific Rim Sunday night after I got home from the bar.
I'm sorry, but yeah, what'd you think of it?
What do you mean?
Did you like it? This is your first time you see it? Have you seen it before?
No, I've seen Pacific. I have it on my computer.
You've seen
I
a
like
movie?
it.
Wow,
Yeah, I actually like
happens.
Pacific Rim.
It happens.
Yeah.
You see movies
Every now and then. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to go see The Lobster this weekend. Hopefully, I don't miss the last showing.
The Lobster.
Yeah, it's this movie where if you die single, you get reincarnated as the spirit animal of yours, and the main character's spirit animal is a lobster. So if he doesn't find somebody to spend the rest of his life with, if he dies single, he gets reincarnated as a lobster. It's a really weird story, but it's
the hell you say?
Yeah, because I don't like seafood, but but I'm gonna give it a shot because I'm trying to give more independent movie. I'm trying to widen my palette movie wise.
Why don't you start with the basics first and then move on to the
I've been
independents?
watered down with comic book movies and blockbusters and mutant turtles. And I'm going to try to broaden my horizons a little bit with some documentaries and some seafood movies. And I'm going to start with that. Not to mention Fast and the Furious is tomorrow. The 15th anniversary. They're showing it one time only tomorrow night. And a couple of my car club friends are going, and I'm kind of...
Well, you can't go. You know why?
I know, because there's something even better. I have Fast and the Furious on my computer, and on DVD,
Right.
and on Blu-ray, and on BitTorrent. Tomorrow, we're recording Pop Culture Rewind. Oh, yeah.
The band is back.
It's going to be Headmaster Travis,
Yeah.
Henchman Chris,
Oh, dear.
the Heavy Abel, and the imported muscle, Scott, the Scott from Scott.
I was gonna
the
say
Four
the-
Horsemen.
I was gonna say the imported drunk.
Right. So he is coming.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Possibly.
He had no plans. He's off. He's coming.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You sure?
Scott will be here. Yeah.
I believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Scott, are you coming?
Yeah,
He
he's
ain't listening
coming.
to this.
All right.
What are we going to be doing on Pop Culture tomorrow, Travis?
Well, since you asked,
Something that we can all actually talk about?
the hell you say?
Well, he needs new hosts because he found Xavier in a dumpster somewhere with some other podcasters at Comic Palooza. So he's bringing out the B team. He had to shovel deep to get me and Scott, and you just showed up because there's food.
There's food?
Actually, Scott was the last one.
What are we
There's
doing?
no food.
No, he doesn't need food. He just needs alcohol.
Bring your own pie. Scott brings his own alcohol. We just show up and videotape the madness.
E3 just happened.
Yes!
Ooh.
The electronic and entertainment expert.
We are going to do a video game episode. Our top 5 favorite video game characters
Ooh.
of all time. For us personally.
Personally.
Yes.
All right.
Not from some list you can find online or anything like that. No, this is just your top 5, my top 5.
Is your hat a giveaway of what your number one is?
No.
Was the shirt I was wearing over the weekend the giveaway of your number one?
No.
Okay.
Or was it?
Oh! WWE should be taking notes.
That's how you build something.
That's how you
my
build
friend.
something. Yeah.
Find out next time on
Same pop time, same pop channel.
You'll be able to find that episode at popculturerewind.com.
Hopefully before the end of the week.
Eventually, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends on how much we screwed up when we recorded.
No, with your talent skills, I want to see you splice. I want to hear you splice in some video game music to our
fuck, dude,
picks.
that's-
Oh,
Dude,
At
that's,
least to the number one.
that's an extra 3 days
Yeah.
adding on there.
I'm still trying to do that with 2 episodes back.
Oh,
So eventually on Pop Culture Rewind. Yeah.
No, we're gonna knock this thing out.
All right.
oh yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
All right.
You ready for round 2?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
You need
wanna,
to get that thing going.
Yeah.
Oh, am I? Yeah, should
Yeah.
I?
Yeah.
All
All right. All right, guys, and we are back. Thank you for sticking through the commercial break. We very much appreciate it. If you listen to us the old school way on iTunes, leave us a rating, review. If you want to interact with us, the easiest way to do it is facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio. We're also on the Twitter machine at H Wrestling Radio. So please interact. Tell us you like us. And if you're watching live, of course you can interact right there on the little chat window, and you say annoying stuff to Portia, and then she'll say annoying stuff to us. So there you go.
And if you haven't subscribed to already, Google Play Music, they have podcasts now. We're on it.
Ooh.
And you can subscribe to us on that too.
Oh yeah.
So iTunes, Apple has iTunes, and now Android has Google Play Music.
Okay. Yeah. I guess if somebody really wanted to, you can knock the dust off of the Stitcher Radio app as well.
Yeah. They don't like to promote us anymore.
No?
Yeah.
That's sad. Oh well.
Yep.
But ta-da. That's it.
Freaking die.
Buy our merch.
Redbubble.
Redbubble.com.
There's a special still going on. Or did that pass?
I don't know.
I think it passed. It was only like 2 days.
Yeah,
Dang.
something like that.
$14 merch. Y'all should, man.
Redbubble and T Public. We have merch in a couple different
Yeah,
places.
T Public was the $14 sale.
Yeah, that's who had the sale.
Yeah.
But
if you want it any cheaper, you find him on the road. He should have our stuff still. He still owes me a XX
I
bullet bill that he keeps forgetting to bring.
Well, if you remember to remind me to tell me to bring
it, dummy.
Dick.
It's my job to tell you something that you should already know.
Yes.
That's how we work around here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right. Remind me. What are we doing right now?
Let's start with NXT.
Oh, the podcast. Okay. Yeah. NXT.
What did you like from NXT? Oh, okay, you already answered the question. What did you like from NXT?
The main event.
Which was?
A promo.
You want to talk about too much foreshadowing?
Yeah.
There's no way in hell they're going to give us that at Full Sail.
No.
That's going to be your co-main event at NXT Brooklyn 2.
There's a promo on
and
Raw.
what is that?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're all up to speed.
Yeah, because we didn't know.
Right.
It was a good promo. It's always interesting to hear what Shinsuke is going to say when he has his microphone and tries to speak.
The English.
Yes.
I see. Yes. You're racist.
Me? You're the one that said it.
He's right. You fooled me, you white devil.
That's what the gingers.
That's how we get away with it.
That's what they do. No, that's not racist.
Yeah. See, it spread to you. Oy.
Dance, puppets, dance.
Which makes the most racist person in the table. You.
Wow.
It's actually Porsche.
What did she do?
Just look at it.
God damn.
Holy shit. Oh, sad face. She's giving you super sad face over there.
Because she's racist.
Oh.
You're racist against your own kind, Porsche.
What?
What can this be?
Months of belittling that I've done since she's been here, and you just topped all of it with one sentence.
I know.
Damn.
Oofta.
But she said she was racist, so.
When did you say
I
that?
didn't say I was racist. I just said I wasn't a nice person. Y'all just
There you go.
That's
You see?
different.
that's
What?
totally different.
Where the
She said she won't do races like running,
Yeah.
like across
yeah.
lakes with alligators.
Like that.
Oh yeah.
That's really sports bras that would need to know.
Yeah, forget that.
Yeah.
One big rubber band.
That would still hurt. That chafes.
Depends where you put it.
What's the D? It's just too far away. Ding, god dang it, ding!
What? Oh, sorry. What? Rubber bands. What? Huh? Oh, okay.
Fuck the Full Sail
Wait,
crowd for
what?
ruining the promo.
Why?
Fuck the Full Sail
What
crowd.
did they do?
They just were in
They
it
were
for
energetic and
themselves.
happy.
They were in it for themselves.
But they
Come
liked
on.
the
Explain.
show.
I hate. If it's one thing I hate, if I hate it from the commentary, I hate it even more from fans. Don't tell me it's a fucking match of the year when nothing's even happened yet. Really?
You're excited.
You're excited.
No. It's, that's why Full Sail can't have nice things anymore. Because of shit like that.
No, they have
Fuckers.
they have nice things frequently.
They're spoiled.
You're spoiled?
Yeah, you just said they get things frequently.
Are you jealous?
No.
I hope the end.
Fuck 'em.
I hope the tagline, the end, also signifies that that's the last takeover at Full Sail.
It's not.
Yeah, this is like the reincarnation of the Impact Zone. I'm already getting fed up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said this is going to be at Takeover, but there's a promo or commercial on Raw. They had a promo for this feud, and they said this Wednesday.
What? This Wednesday.
They said it begins this Wednesday.
Mm.
No.
Oh, well, remember who you're talking to here. Spoiler McGee.
No. That's
So-
what I don't know.
Spoiler, Mickey.
Maybe I misheard it, but they.
Yeah. Well, Triple H leaked this last week when he shared the picture on Twitter when they were taping the day after the end.
And they said,
And
no,
it- and it
no
had-
sleep till, yeah.
Yeah, no sleep till Brooklyn. So it's obvious they're doing this at Takeover.
Yeah,
There's no
so-
reason to do it in front of those.
I don't know what
assholes.
that promo. Then I don't know what that promo was about. Too. Exactly.
All right.
How about the rematch?
of?
Perfect 10 against
Ah.
Cien.
You didn't like it?
I just don't care.
Why not?
I just don't care.
Oh, okay.
In who?
Either one of them, really.
Really?
I like the fuck all y'all.
That's why he calls you racist, because you don't agree with him.
Everybody's a racist.
Yeah,
No, I am an asshole. Y'all are racist. There's a subtle difference there.
All right. Why
You're
don't you?
just a
Why don't you like? Why don't you
If
like
I'm the
that?
asshole and he's the dick, then you should be sitting in the middle as the gooch.
Oh.
Wow.
Point taken. All right. So
Why don't you like Perfect 10?
10.
Ooh.
See, Full Sail already hit it. Like now I'm singing along everybody's theme songs now because of fucking Full
And
Sail.
isn't it fun? You just enjoyed yourself right now.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No.
you felt like
had
a tool,
big
didn't you?
fucking smile
I
on
felt
your
like a
face.
tool. That's why I don't do
No,
it.
you weren't.
That means you don't like England then, because England started that shit first.
Yeah.
I hate England.
Well.
That's why I like Scott, because he's from Scotland.
Ah.
Why don't you like Ty Dillinger at least?
I like him as a worker, but as far as the character goes,
You
whatever.
don't dig the character?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But 10.
Have Dillinger on the main roster and do a stable with Fandango and Tyler Breeze. Done.
Yes, the perfect tens.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't say I wouldn't like it, but that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. What else?
Dude,
happened
what
on
the hell?
NXT?
Wait, hold up.
What?
The hell-
Oh, damn.
The Breeze Angle thing, whatever,
Uh-huh.
the golden.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was? Did y'all see that on the pre-show?
Someone fucked with their tanner and they were all burnt.
That was so.
That was stupid. That was so dumb.
That was too soon. They should have done that on Raw a couple weeks later when more
already.
people were
It's
watching.
already over for them. It's already
Aw.
done. Not that I was interested and invested in them anyways,
The
but
backstage segments
Well, that
were
was
funny.
the whole point. They were a little overdone.
I'll do it for you.
Of course, the eater, the foodie over here. Want to make that joke. All right, then.
That was his one for the
The
week.
$64,000 question. We've had two matches. Are you already tuned out of Cien Almas?
A little bit.
What is it that you don't like about him?
I don't know. Me personally, it takes me a little while to get on the bandwagon of some people.
With
but-
Mexicans?
Well, I mean, look at y'all. I mean, come on.
Well, 188 episodes. You're finally coming around.
Yeah. He's finally, he just has had his fill with
Yeah,
us.
I
He
do.
meet his quota.
I don't make you mow my lawn anymore. That's the
Right. Yeah. No,
Which is
no.
fun.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with Travis on this. Seriously. I'm gonna agree with Travis on this. Cien is a little blah.
What is a CN? 100?
It's 10 times better than 10.
Right.
No, but no, it's he's a little like so. Like, why is he Cien? Why does he
This
have the
goes back to last
suspenders? Why
week.
does he have a hat?
Exactly. This goes back to last week when he took off the mask and the vignettes and it immediately
Yeah,
like,
there's so much of a disconnect there
Yeah.
of what they were showing in the vignettes and how he's actually
Suspenders and a
presented.
feather.
Yeah, like show
Yeah.
the transition, have him talk about why he's taking off the mask because yeah, Mexican wrestling, you take off a mask, it's a big fucking deal. And
Yeah.
what happens? He walks out debuting without the mask, no rhyme or reason, no explanation, no other than on the vignette he took it off and like that was it.
Travis is already tired of Breezango.
Yeah.
In 6 months, sadly, we're gonna get tired of the team of No Way Jose and this guy.
Probably so. And what's unfortunate about that is
But
I don't want No Way Jose with Cien because I think that No Way Jose has more potential of being like
so
a
did Tyler
character.
Breeze when he before he left the brand.
So do you,
Yeah.
so do you want them to tag up together?
Not really, no.
Set you up. That was a softball, fool.
Oh.
The
I'm
answer
sorry.
Trump over here trying to separate, you know.
Oh,
The answer was No Way Jose. That was the answer. You fucking dummy. Yeah, his debut on it, Takeover, I was like, don't we already have No Way Jose? What's the point?
Okay.
How about Carmella against Tessa?
Yay!
Was this
Tessa.
now she's a heel? Tessa?
Is she?
Because she was like
Okay.
smack talking to the crowd.
I could. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Whatever,
Like him feisty.
whatever gets him over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I still want her to
Especially if you're going to put her over as a Blanchard. I mean, Blanchard was never face.
No.
You might have respected the Four Horsemen enough to like him, but even Blanchard was always the guy, the odd man out. People eventually cheered for Flair and Anderson and whatever the fourth member was, that flavor of the year.
Mongo.
But Blanchard was never really liked.
Yeah.
I like Tessa's continuing that. I'm a Blanchard. I'm a bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least that's what I got.
Well, it was nice to see her. So, yeah.
It's always nice. to
Because
see
she's
her.
just so nice. He's over here
Yeah.
talking about her being a heel. I'm like, oh, she was so nice when I met her.
First impression of the authors of pain.
Yes. Love it. Love it.
Explain how.
Man, I don't know, man. Just
Big bitches.
yeah, just big dudes going out there beating people up. I mean, I feel like this is what NXT has lost when the Ascension went away, and you're throwing in Paul Ellering in there, and I'm on board, man. I want to see what Paul still has left. I want to see what these guys have. There's an aura of mystery about them. You know, the backstage afterwards, Paul, can we get a word in due time? Like, oh God, like that piqued my interest so much. Like, he has a plan. Oh my God, like what's his plan? You know, his plan is he's gonna have two big dudes fuck everybody up. That's his plan. but is there more? I don't know.
They had Nia to the group.
Oh God, that'd be cool.
could do something. I mean, that would do something to her. I mean, give her.
I bet.
That's a menage that'll rock the house.
Boy. From the foundations on up.
Talk about authors of pain. Oof.
Ooh. How about that for a $1 on YouPorn?
Would?
Nah, it's all free anyway.
There you go.
Oh God, Travis.
They'll be saying a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, you already said everything I was going to say, so
Oh really?
I agree with you.
Oh, I'm surprised because I really liked it. I didn't think you would.
Well, you see why you like it.
Why?
Big dark men.
Oh,
Chocolate.
More, I don't know. They look like more cousins of Rock,
yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
right? They did.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
Are they Samoan?
Yeah, probably. Don't.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know who they are.
Have
But
they been hanging out with Joe? NOI? Hopefully.
I didn't notice any headbutts in the match. It was just a bunch of fists and feet.
Yeah, no flips.
Yeah.
Just fists.
Was this the same episode that TM61 fought the Remix Boys?
Yes. And they won, right?
Yeah,
that was
their
their
first
first
win.
win. Yay, good job.
Yeah.
I like that.
did they? They had a match before, but they didn't win.
They lost. It was Gargano and Ciampa.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That was their debut.
that's right.
Mm-hmm. So steady as she goes there,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, I have to wait and see for them. I really, it's already like almost cringeworthy for the TM61 moniker that they have for their team name. Like anytime you have to put numbers into your name, it's never a good sign.
Yeah, but
And
I
the
don't
Mighty
know.
Goat Neil, it's just
It's easy. It's catchy. It
Yeah.
makes sense. It separates them.
this is too forced. And really, honestly, these are two guys that really only hardcore marks are gonna know. Even for I think NXT standards.
Yeah.
You say that. Their debut match against Ciampa and Gargano, that match finished. Did you like them more than you would have otherwise?
I was paying attention to the match. That's something for me.
Progress.
Regardless of your first impression of them from reality or wrestling,
Right.
what did you think of their debut against Gargano and Ciampa? Did you have that same opinion that Travis had?
I liked him. I'm interested in seeing him. I mean, yeah, we saw him at Reality Wrestling months ago, maybe even more than a year ago, whatever. And they were cool. They were impressive, but it was only one time seeing them.
Right.
So seeing him on NXT, for me, is my second time seeing them.
Mhm.
So, I mean, even then, if you want to say, oh, take out everything you know about him from before, well, it isn't that much. And both times I was impressed. And this third match, I'm impressed. I like them. I like them. I mean, I can't sit here and say, oh, they're my favorite or give some sort of big-ass glowing
I'm waiting
review,
for
but-
something to make them stand out or have some kind of feud to make them special. Because right now, to me, they're not special. I know they come from a background, they have some legitimacy, but
That doesn't matter when you get to NXT. You need to have something there.
it's like this goes and this goes for any of these the guys that they're bringing in from independents and
Yeah.
overseas. Jericho said it best in his book. It's like as soon as when he was standing behind the gorilla position before his debut on Raw, he knew everything before that didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like as soon as he walks out on Raw for the first time, that's when it starts mattering.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So
Lucha Underground.
Oh, that was it for
wow.
NXT?
Oh, okay. Oh,
nice.
there you go. That's a hard transition right there. All right, Lucha Underground.
Author of pain over here.
We had one match, the 6 to Survive match.
It was one of those episodes
It
again.
was one of those episodes.
Make it easy for us to cover.
Yes. I am happy, and I think I said this last week, that they've done a new concept here in season 2 after season 2 being filled with rehashes of season 1 stuff, you know?
I agree.
So the 6 to Survive, while the concept isn't that hard to grasp or that innovated, it's still a new concept in Lucha. So I'm happy with it. Fine with it. The match itself, great. And I really I think when they went to their commercial breaks, it really did feel like different phases. I think they cut right at the right times. You know,
They have really good editing on their shows.
yeah, exactly. So when they even though it was one match that lasted the whole night, it didn't feel like that to me. It didn't feel like an hour-long Broadway where it's like, oh geez. It felt like, okay, you have all 6 of them in there, you know, someone gets eliminated, break, now we're down to like 4, break, oh, now we're down to 2, okay. And then man, that last was so good. But I don't want to take anything away from you guys. What do y'all have to say?
Everything you just said, I was going to say.
Oh, well then.
The thing with Lucha, they always find a good way of balancing the I guess what's the performance aspect of it with a fight feel.
Mm-hmm.
I was keeping that in mind going back to Ricochet and Ospreay.
Okay.
I was thinking what makes Lucha different? Why aren't we saying the same criticism that we have about that? And it is. I was watching that match with critic eyes, and I was saying they had focused feuds that was going into it. They all had, the history of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, and then the stuff they were doing to each other, it was looking like they're trying to take each other out,
Mm-hmm.
to advance and eliminate, and there was a fight feel to it. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
just acrobatics.
Yeah.
So.
And even again, going back to the great commentary work that Stryker and Vampiro consistently do, you're talking about characters, right? Well, the character made sense for Taya to be watching out for Johnny Mundo's back. And the commentators called him out on it, where Matt Stryker's like, well, if this is an elimination match, why would he save her? And Vampiro's like, well, I don't know. I guess, they really care for each other or something like that. Or that's love, brother, or whatever he said. I was like, oh, cool. Boom, right there. That makes sense. They're not just kind of glossing over the fact that somebody in an elimination match, it tied into character and everything. It's great.
Man, this whole match, this match should have been called the Taya gangbang match. is everybody just beat the ever living
Dude,
shit.
the
out of that woman.
Pentagon Junior chop on Taya's rack. I felt legitimate sympathy for poor Taya. She got beat the shit.
That whole match.
She even though she eliminated Ivelisse, she still got the worst end of that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
Dude,
god.
she literally got kicked in the ass by almost every guy in that match. Like, literally.
Know your position. Go to the kitchen.
Yeah, literally a boot in the buttocks from every dude.
She has a firm butt too.
Well, yeah, it's okay.
Since you guys have said a lot, I'm gonna try to provide a different perspective.
I hated it.
Yeah.
It stinks. No.
6 to survive.
Okay.
Think of the talent that's not in this match.
Yeah.
Out of all the people, you could have easily just booked a match and had your 6 most popular people. There's no Prince Puma. There's no Rey Mysterio. There's no Son of Havoc. There's no Drago. There's no Aerostar. There's no Mil Muertes. No Jack Evans.
Well, there was Mil Muertes, but
We'll get to that later. These 6 people, and even with these 6 people, they made a compelling match from bell to bell. This might be my match of the week pick.
there's no might about it. This is my match of the week for me.
And as much as I am a huge fan of Pentagon, they made me believe that there was actually hope that Phoenix was actually going to win this match. Like, there was no given just because Pentagon was in this match. Even from the beginning, Pentagon was not the last person announced. He was like the 4th person announced by Maria Santos. Like, there was doubt from the entire time. And again, y'all know my reputation as Spoiler McGee. I haven't looked up any of this shit for this entire season. Like, I legitimately thought there was a chance Phoenix could have a rematch, a legitimate rematch with Matanza Cueto. And up until the end, I was like at work at the edge of my chair watching this. I was like, oh my God, this
Not
fucking
working.
This is my match of the week pick. Awesome.
Okay.
The funniest moment that sticks out to my mind.
Funniest.
Yes, the most entertaining for me. When it's the last 2 of the ring. Pentagon telling Phoenix, come on, man. Just give up. Just let me beat you. You'll live. He's like, he turns back, goes, nah. Pentagon Jr. goes, chinga tu madre, which means fuck your mother, even though they're brothers in real life. I just thought it was fucking hilarious. Mind blown.
That's how they roll over there.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then the cherry on top's the promo
Mm-hmm.
that Pentagon gave to the Cueto boys.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before that, during the match, Mil Muertes
Got rid of Cuerno.
emerged
Mm-hmm.
and took out King Cuerno,
Mm-hmm.
which that was a nice little brawl too.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a match that we're going to see at Ultima Lucha.
Yeah.
And again, the commentary pointing out that he changed his eyes again. Like, every single detail that comes up with these wrestlers, and the announcers are quick to grab it. Besides the backstage stuff, which they keep backstage. Like, we don't know that
They don't know why he's got red eyes. Yeah.
They don't know why freaking Vampiro goes schizo backstage. Like, they're not aware of everything.
There was points in time during the commentary where he kind of broke the little Ian facade and went a little bit into Vampiro, which I kind of like that. There was like little, this is foreshadowing done well, where it's not like hitting you over the head with the foreshadowing. This is very subtle, where it was like, oh, there goes, that's a little.
What did you do? I can't remember.
He said something to the effect to Matt, like, I don't know, why are you asking me? I don't have to know about all this stuff, or something along those lines. There was points in time where he just would snap or be short with Matt, and then just go back to, oh yeah, man, this is a great match, bro, and then like just kind of just flip it really quickly.
You have to be listening to it.
You had to really be listening. Yeah, it only happened like twice.
Okay, so when I was running around here trying to watch it, and
Feeding the hamsters, he missed it.
Yeah. Guinea pigs.
Whatever.
whatever, indeed.
Yeah. I also would like to point out the awesome freaking what they're calling it, a Mexican destroyer, Canadian destroyer, but Mexican destroyer,
The border destroyer. Let's call it that.
Yeah, let's call it that.
Yeah.
Flip pile driver.
The Trump fucker.
Oh,
The wall destroyer.
ooh. Flip pile driver held on into a package pile driver. Oh Lord!
No, that's not the best part. Travis was watching this. I'd already seen it. And Phoenix lands a sick super kick to Pentagon Jr.'s chest, where he pushes Pentagon Jr. back. And I told Travis, watch the receipt. And then they're like on the apron, and Pentagon Jr. lands a super kick so hard on poor Phoenix's face that he's gonna have trouble sucking dick for weeks. Like I'm telling you, he damn near knocked his jaw like across the county line. It was gone.
He didn't say that.
It was gone. Did you hear Phoenix talk during that match after that kick? No.
I mean, he didn't just say that.
Yeah. And he wasn't talking about you this time.
No!
You know what?
Because Haywood never does it right.
I might, you know what? I might reconsider. This might be my match of the week too.
Ooh.
There were some tough contenders this week.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Because I was convinced, because I had just watched Lucha before we started recording tonight. And up until then, I knew I had Cena AJ as my match of the week.
Mm-hmm.
But after watching it and after talking about it, I was like, man, this was pretty good.
See, I watched Lucha Underground first, and when I watched it, I was like, that's gonna be my match of the week. And I was like, oh wait, damn, this is Money in the Bank week. Ooh, I don't know. There's gonna be some stiff competition. And then even watching Cena AJ, which I thought was really great. Even watching the main event, and then watching the Money Bank match itself, all three, I thought they were really good. I was still like, no, Lucha Underground is my pick. The Sixers Survive is my pick.
All right. You know what? AJ and Cena, there's a couple flaws in that match.
Mm-hmm.
The ending is, it is.
There
what it
are
is.
a couple of dips in this match too.
There
Granted, this is an entire episode worth of Lucha Underground, this one
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Another thing was I did hear, I don't know if y'all caught this during the AJ match. The microphone.
Cena's audibles were very loud in
Yeah,
that
it
match.
was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind Cena calling a match, but dude, calm down.
Yeah, that's a big, it didn't happen once.
I was expecting to hear Cena say Omaha, Omaha with all that shit. I was like, God damn, dude.
That's a football reference.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the Johnny Manziel reference there.
What?
Yeah.
Got the wrong.
All right, then. Just run this down. Just do we have all our bases covered?
Okay.
Nakamura Styles from
here we
Wrestle
go.
Kingdom 10.
Okay.
Phoenix Cuerno, Gift of the Gods title in the season debut of Season 2 of Lucha.
All right.
Phoenix Muertes from Lucha Underground Season 2, Episode 8. Nakamura Zayn from TakeOver Dallas. And then Mariposa versus Sexy Star.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I already forgot the match.
Half of this list right now, most of this list compiles of Lucha Underground matches.
Right.
Now we have another one unanimously as our match of the week pick. Do we dare add this to the list of our match of the year,
Hell.
Bring it in.
ladies and germs?
I don't know.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh hell!
Am I close?
Damn it! We
One
have
more.
another match of the year candidate. Wow, really?
Hey, if it makes you feel better, it's one for every month. 6 so
Oh
far.
yeah, really? Oh,
6.
okay, cool.
All right. I apologize. I was going to do thumbs down.
You were? You still can.
That's too late.
All right. People.
It's been written. It's been written in stone.
People.
Wow.
What do you say? Do you think this match, Six to Survive, was worthy of match of the year candidacy? Not match of the year.
No.
No? Oh, it's already on the list, so you don't care what they say?
No. honestly, do we have Lucha Underground blinders on?
Okay.
This
Good
is
question.
4 out of the 6 matches that the 3 of us have selected as match of the year.
Yeah.
Are we on the Lucha nut right now, or is this legitimate?
Okay. What was the other two? One was New Japan, and what was the other one?
One was New Japan, and the other one was Nakamura Zayn from TakeOver Dallas.
Takeover
So
Dallas.
the other two have Nakamura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May
Portia.
I ask something?
Yes.
Is it because since Lucha is edited and Raw and all pay-per-views are live,
Mhm.
that might be a factor where they can clean up any issues that they might have on Lucha?
If that's the case,
There's nothing from SmackDown on
that's
this list that's edited.
that's what I was about to say. Yeah, SmackDown and NXT.
You haven't watched SmackDown. What's wrong?
Well, that's true.
NXT is a better case.
Yeah, NXT.
Yeah, NXT is a better case.
At least not the live the takeover specials. The regular NXTs are
Yeah.
recorded years in advance.
Mhm.
And then ROH. I know we haven't had anything for ROH this year yet, but that's another argument.
We're gonna get to that in a second.
Okay.
I had a candidate, a really close candidate. We're gonna rapid fire this really quick because you guys didn't
Okay.
watch it.
Are we putting
We're
a cap on Lucha Underground?
Yeah,
okay.
that's
Well,
it.
no. Pentagon versus Mil Muertes at Ultima Lucha.
No, Matanza Cueto.
Oh, that's what I said.
Pentagon
Sorry, my
Jr.
bad.
versus Matanza.
Yeah,
Cueto
Cueto.
at Ultima Lucha number 2.
Yeah.
3 weeks away.
3 weeks?
Ooh.
3 weeks away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that's right.
No.
Ring of Honor had an episode that I was actually made time to watch for some reason. The then IWGP champion Tatsuya Naito wrestled Moose. Dude, Moose is just getting better and better. That
Is
was
he?
a candidate. That was a front runner for me for match of the week before I saw this Lucha Underground.
Really?
Moose is, man, he's coming along. I chuckled. The Thunderburgers against All Night Express,
Thunderburgers?
which is basically Cheeseburger
Uh-huh.
and Jushin Thunder Liger
Oh.
teamed up. Jesus.
That should be a hell of a tag team.
The even better part was all the promos of random nobodies like putting over Cheeseburger's shirt in the merch. It was
Oh,
freaking
God.
hilarious. All Night Express, oddly enough, they're also copying WWE's page playbook. They're actually doing Make Wrestling Great Again. And they're like in suits and they're doing these promos backstage about how wrestling used to be. And wrestling is not about super kick after super kick after super kick after super kick along those lines. But now, what waters it down is like they're actually coming out with like these like small little megaphones and they're just screaming random crap about Make Wrestling Great Again with the background music of their hip hop song entrance. It doesn't really fit.
Okay.
And the main event, O'Reilly against Kushida. And
Mm.
O'Reilly beat Kushida.
Okay.
Stiff, sick match. The promo they built up, O'Reilly
It
said,
sounds like a sick match.
Yeah.
O'Reilly said, last year you beat me at the Junior Cup, and I should have won that. So I've been waiting a whole year, 365 days, and tonight I'm going to rectify the loss. And I love the fact that O'Reilly beat him, like Kushida kicked out after the 3. Like O'Reilly barely beat him.
You don't see that anymore.
O'Reilly barely beat him. And there was no code of honor after the match. Maybe they cut off the end of the program or whatever, but they never showed it. So I don't know if they're building up to that. And then this coming week, the main event is their go-home show for Best in the World.
Best in the World's already coming up. Holy crap.
This weekend. The main event for Best in the World is Jay Briscoe versus Jay Lethal rematch for the heavyweight title, a year in the making. They never had a rematch. And Roderick Strong is fighting Mark Briscoe. ACH is fighting the last man, Silas Young. Apparently, there's some kerfuffle online. Like ACH met some of the voice actors from Dragon Ball Z backstage. Silas Young ruined it, and that's his whole promo that he thinks he's a man, that he still plays video games and does all and reads comics and shit.
Yeah.
So that's how that works.
Okay.
And Roderick Strong.
That's actually a good storyline build for what the characters are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the main event for this match, it's Roderick Strong, Jay Lethal, and the Briscoes. The 4 guys that are going to have matches against each other, teaming up against the 4 members of the Bullet Club, Young Bucks and the Guerrillas of Warfare, or whatever they call Tomatongo and the other guy. That's the big main event for this week's Go Home show before Best in the World.
Nice.
Wait, all the opponents are going to team up together?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Are you going to make an effort to watch Best in the World?
I would heavily consider, if enough people got together, I would pitch in to pay for it. I really don't mind watching it. It's like $30.
30?
Scott's ordered the pay-per-view at his place before. I mean, I wouldn't mind going anywhere to watch it.
And it's Saturday?
Friday.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then bleeding in together, last week on Saturday was New Japan's pay-per-view Dominion.
Okay.
Kushida Ospreay 2 was another contender for my match of the week. Ospreay debuted.
Man, Kushida had a busy week.
Kushida, well, the ROH stuff's take weeks in advance.
Yeah, I know.
That was last
That's-
December. Yeah.
That's the joke.
For anybody complaining about Ospreay and
Ricochet.
there was legitimate feel that Ospreay wanted to beat the shit out of Kushida, and Kushida beat him again. But it was still a really good match. Young Bucks are the new junior tag champs again.
Oh.
IWGP junior champs. They were in a 4-way with Seidel and Ricochet, Red Dragon, and Art Roppongi Vice.
Okay.
And they left with the belts. The Briscoes are the new heavyweight tag champs. They beat the Guerrillas of Freedom or whatever from the Bullet Club.
The authors of Gorillas of Pain. What?
Yeah. Y'all laughed at me. Y'all didn't really understand why I showed you the little preview video for Elgin versus Kenny Omega for the Intercontinental title. That was actually the first ever ladder match in the history of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Really?
That was the first one.
Ever?
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's gimmicky. So
Yeah.
Mm.
And surprisingly, the fans ate that shit up.
Really?
They liked it. And to be honest, it was weird because I saw it. Again, I wasn't aware of the pay-per-view until after it happened. I didn't read the results. I wanted to watch it. You think Big Mike in a ladder match, that
Mhm.
shit's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
They played to his strengths and they set up spots for him to like break ladders with Omega's back. Like there was some, and they have really thin ladders there in Japan, so they broke. Like the metal ladders broke,
Mm.
and I was entertained by it. It drug a little too long compared to the Money in the Bank match that we saw. The Money in the Bank match felt like it was timed pretty right.
Yeah, I'd say so.
This one took a little bit longer, but Elgin won it. And the main event was also going to be a match of the week candidate for me, which was the rematch, Okada versus Tatsuya Naito for the title. So I was sick. Naito lost it. So
Wow.
yeah, it's not the first time that Okada wins the belt of Dominion. That's his track record. But overall, it was a solid 4.5 hours worth of wrestling.
Damn.
Yeah. Usually that New Japan shows, like they have that little 30-minute intermission. There was none of that shit. Like it was constant. And there were more matches that I didn't list on this, but I saw the whole thing. And
4.5 hours. I hope there's more.
Yeah.
And it was worth watching. And y'all have my logins if y'all are ever curious.
That's
But,
true.
That's it, dude. ROH and New Japan. And now up next for New Japan, G1 Climax.
Oh,
A
okay.
whole month worth of shit.
Oh, geez.
And that's when we find Okada's next opponent.
Mm.
Okada's not. I'm assuming Okada's not going to defend the belt again because that's how they advertise it.
Well,
His next defense is Wrestle Kingdom against the winner of this Climax.
Hmm.
And I would think, fuck it, man, go all in, give it to Omega.
okay.
Omega's over his shit. You saw the New Day actually reference them on the pay-per-view. I mean, Omega's had some pretty fun matches with the Intercontinental Belt, and him dropping it right now with the timing of the tournament makes perfect sense.
Mhm.
I don't see anybody else that would make it a fresh match. I mean, no one wants to see Okada Tanahashi again for like the 18th time.
You don't know that?
Do you want to see it again?
Fuck no.
Well,
That's my measuring stick right here. Old man Travis.
It stinks.
well, speaking of tournaments, back to the Cruiserweight Classic, there's been little videos floating around the Facebooks of our the guy that we saw, Wheezy Woo, over at Lone Star, Kenneth Johnson now, and they show him at the Performance Center training and stuff. So it's like, oh,
Even better, they're legitimately taking it seriously. WWE posted videos on their Facebook feed today of the wrestlers actually getting on the scale and weighing themselves to make sure that they're under the limit so that they can actually compete. They're legitimately.
They said they want this to feel like a real thing.
Wow.
The tapings start this Thursday.
Wow.
The first.
So
the first set.
I'm interested to see how the presentation is going to be.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know I'm reading the spoilers, but I don't give a fuck. I'm watching this shit regardless. I don't care. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our version of G1, basically, for the Americans.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a
Okay.
heart attack watching all of it. So I'm gonna try my best to go back and forth. So, but yeah, man, there's a lot of good stuff coming around the pike.
Nice.
Yeah. That's
Alright.
a show, unless you guys got anything else, unless the listeners have anything else, because we skipped them. To
Yeah.
the
Was
NXT
there
tomorrow.
anything from the peoples?
Let's see. From Hector, will great power be revealed by Ultima Lucha?
The Great Power?
Well, no,
Oh.
the whoever's smoking the cigar that's making the rest of us
Oh,
scared.
yeah.
No, yeah.
That's who the cops
You
are
think
trying
so?
to find, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think that's going to be the cliffhanger. I
No.
don't think we're going to get it.
It's just gonna be like the end of season 1, where you see the question marks painted, and we never find out who it is until like 3 episodes in the second season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe. I don't know.
this season is like 10 episodes shorter.
Is it?
Yeah. That's
That's what I'm saying. I think there's only like 2 episodes left, maybe 3. But
it's 3.
is there one more episode before Ultima Lucha?
Or is Ultima Lucha 2 episodes like
That's
last
a good
year?
question.
I think it is. Like last year it was. It
Yeah.
was like part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
But it's gonna take some.
Anything else?
Yes. Speaking of your blinders, if y'all think y'all have blinders for Lucha,
Okay.
they're saying that Lucha matches are different and tells a different style of story than regular Americanized stories do. So that's why y'all are like just enthralled with it. Another one is that there's not really that many spoilers for Lucha Underground. Like you have to like dig deep to go find them, and that's why you're like, well, it's not as predictable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although, Travis, you and I kind of go out of our way to not read any spoilers. This guy is the one that's spoiler McGee over here.
I'm purposely don't look for spoilers.
But what makes you not want to do that?
Well, you mean for Lucha. I
Yeah,
mean
for
in
Lucha.
general.
That's what I'm talking about
well,
for Lucha.
Well, see, that's what the listener there is saying, that, oh, well, you don't get spoiled because you can't find it for Lucha. I'm like, well, we don't find it for anything. Travis and I, we on purpose don't watch
The sites that I
spoilers for
frequent,
anything.
there are a few that do the Lucha spoilers, and I purposely don't read them.
Okay.
But what makes you not want to read the spoilers for Lucha, as opposed to like NXT or whatever?
It goes back to your argument. This is not a wrestling show, and I don't want to
It's a TV
get
show.
I don't want to get spoiled about the mid-season finale of this season's Walking Dead. I don't want to get spoiled on the season finale of this TV show, Lucha Underground.
But they're taping. They're just taping matches. You don't know what storylines are, just by the matches.
Well, you could probably piece some stuff together if you know what the matches are.
It's Chris. Come on, look at him.
Well, yeah.
You piece Silas Young and ACH just by their past for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So I can piece stuff together just as easily as you did there.
Yeah. Whatever.
Just for reference, season 1 was 2 parts of Ultima Lucha ending the season. There were 39 episodes.
Really?
Yeah, there were 39.
That's
There
good.
was that pause in the middle after
Yeah.
like 8 or 9 that went over a couple of months, and they had the marathons to catch you up.
Yeah.
This season, right now, after the season episode 21 that I bought yesterday, we're at 21 episodes. So with 3 more weeks, even if they split Ultima Lucha into 2 episodes, at most you're looking at 25.
Okay.
I think I saw somewhere that there's only 24 episodes, but
And
you know,
and season 3 apparently that's already almost finished taping. It's even shorter than that. The
Hmm.
prices reflect on, well, not the prices, but the prices from between 1 and 2 reflect. So I've heard season 3 is gonna be shorter. And now that you're yawning, it sounds like we need to go home. Is there anything else?
Well, just to add on to that, because they do have that non-disclosure agreement for Lucha, where like that's why you don't see many things on there.
Mm.
So if someone says something, you're gonna get sued.
Wow.
ask MVP.
Yeah.
Or the Walking Dead fans?
Let's see, and will the cruiserweight thing, will that equal up to where there's gonna be a title now after all this is said and done?
I think it's just going to be an award.
It's like a cup or something.
Yeah. You know, like the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal Trophy.
NXT does need a secondary title.
Yeah.
No, they don't. It's a 1 hour long show. It doesn't need a secondary title. They already have the NXT title, the tag titles, and the women's. That's enough.
Travis is gripe. How often do you see your NXT champion on NXT television?
Yeah, not enough. So you want to throw another title in there? Fuck that.
Well,
If you don't see one, you see the other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
if that-
after Battleground, who's our Intercontinental champion?
The Miz.
Oh, well, I can't ask him that because people did forget
The Miz,
that. Yeah.
bitch.
Anything else?
That's it, y'all.
That's it.
That's
Is
it.
that a show?
That's the show.
That's a show?
That's
All
it,
right.
man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. We hope you have a great week. We'll catch you next week. Adios, my friends. Keep it classy.
Toodles.
It's a small world after all. 10.
You know, I was gonna actually bitch about the tag team match. Not the tag team match. The match Paige versus Charlotte from Raw.
Yeah.
When at the very end, when Dana had one job to put her foot over the top or the bottom rope, and she couldn't even do that,
Yeah.
and she just held on
She
to it.
couldn't get it up.
Yeah.
She couldn't get it up.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
So she just held on to the boot, to the foot,
Yeah.
and the ref had to.
And the announcer was like, well, she had her foot under the bottom rope.
Let's
That was a good save
Yeah,
by
that's
Michael
true.
Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Cole's getting there.
All right. Bang.
Fucking David Brooke.
You said it, brother.
I'll call me myself.